We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat, because we touching on facts. And plus we up in these hats. It's Knicks Bill talking, we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Nick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We keep it on the surface, spitting verses with these bars and b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars, we see all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top core, knocking down shots. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The Cap Lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our 10 boots like soldiers and trains the planes and Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQE and we maneuvering swift. Say Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it popping every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it popping every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. Good evening, ladies and gents. What's good, ladies and gents? What's going on? Knicks Real Talk. It's the recap. It's the Vine. It's Shot Powers. We ain't here to talk about the game last night, man. Knicks in Detroit at the world most famous arena. We're going to break in all the content down, and we got something good going on tonight as well, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to break down the first half of the season for the New York Knicks this season. So that should be a really fun hour segment, whatever. And we're really going to get down and breaking all the thoughts and stats and everything about this thing, man. See how the Knicks fared so far in 41 games. Before I go any further, we bring my partner in the building who can get it going with me, man. Shot Powers, what's good, my man?
Devon, salute to the family in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Let's get a salute to the chat. Nostalgic, on Diop was good. Jay Cholder, my man. Salute everybody. Salute to everybody who watching, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the recap. You know what it is, man. Devon and Shot Powers, the New York Knicks at the world most famous arena last night. Ladies and gentlemen, took an L. So, you know, we're a little disappointing loss. I mean, not from because we lost the game, not nothing else. But I think we had a good chance to win that game last night. Defense came a little short in certain areas. Obviously, we had pretty much a turnover problem and all that. But we get into it, man. We sit down and talk about it, man, and all that good stuff. But other than that, man, I'm glad to be here, man. Like I said, it's Knicks basketball, 41 games in the books, man. So we're going to break down this recap first. Then we're going to get into it, man. Shot Powers, New York Knicks played coming off a back-to-back, you know, played a pretty solid game numbers-wise. But on the defense side of the ball, we came up short in a couple of areas, man. I think we did get everywhere else. But other than that, man, I think on the defense side of the ball, we fell short in some areas, man. It cost us a game, 124-119 yesterday.
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit of lack in defense and definitely those turnovers, especially down the stretch of the game. Pretty much what it was. It's nothing that you can say that the Knicks shouldn't have won that game yesterday, aside from the turnovers. They, you know, we'll get into it later, but they excelled in everything, and every, field goal percentage, 3-point. They did what they needed to do, but coming down the stretch, they just couldn't finish the game, and it happens. You know what I mean? We still the third in the East. You know what I mean? We still number 2 in scoring. We still number 5 in the association. It's a game they lost. We played. Detroit is every year we have a team. Like 2 years ago, it used to be Miami. Last year it was who was a bum team that just kept beating us every time last year. I can't remember. But this year, Detroit, not that they're a bum team, but we've been beating up on them so long that they're starting to get better. You know what I mean? And Cade is he really electrified last night.
Yeah. That was, prior to the game in Madison Garden, they hadn't beat us in almost 19, 20 games. Over the while. But tip your hat to them, ladies and gentlemen. They came out playing, and Beasley didn't make it easy, ladies and gentlemen. Believe me, but he was. I think he's the one who won that game, not because of what he did at the end.
Right.
I think his 3-point shot was just putting Knicks. They couldn't even keep up with that when it was going down. He did a good job in the second and maybe in a little bit of the third. But then, listen, man, I see why Tom Thibodeau wanted him a couple of years ago. You know, he's a dog. He got dog in him. That's just how he get down, and he can knock that shit down. Man, he's you know, when we go over the season stats in the next part of the show, you'll see why he's up there. He's the top of the echelon in the NBA. So, you know, that's what he do. But he definitely was letting it fly last night. You know, we just ain't had no answer for that to me from a defense standpoint. I really thought, you know, 124 points, ladies and gentlemen, we can't do that. You know what I mean? No matter what, you know, we ain't around 105, 105 a game or 107 straight up and down. The only thing last night was about New York Knicks defense. They just gave up 124 points, period. Ain't nothing else to be said. Right. You know what I mean? And when you score 124, you damn it could be anybody. Because you know when we score 124, we damn it beating anybody. And our offense scored our average. We 117, they scored 119. They scored good in all the quarters, other than the first quarter, 26, but 37 in one quarter, 27-29. But Detroit just had it going in that third quarter and that first quarter, and they got a little bit going in that fourth quarter. But tip their hat to them. They got a good team, man. You know, need crying over spilled milk. You know, I'm not even mad because we lost the game. I just want to see our defense do what they do. And once they do what they do, I'm not too much worried about. Do like you did against the Milwaukee Bucks. You see what our defense did, right? 106, 25 a quarter, 25 and a half, 26 points a quarter. And they came out victorious, you know, 147 to 106. But obviously, you ain't give up that last game shot powers. And I think it reared its ugly head in Detroit. Like I said, they was knocking them down. They made some costly buckets, and obviously because there's no interior presence there, Cade Cunningham started running down the lane like he just was you know, going through an alley with nobody at. You know what I mean? He was like, I'm going down here, whatever. You know what I mean? Y'all can't stop me. And that's what happened last night. You know, Beasley had to go off for three, and my man went down in that lane at will. He was will. And then the first half, Nick shut him down real good too. Put him in a donut in the first half. Obviously he was in foul trouble too. That was the maiden shot power. 4 fouls, you couldn't get him out the game. He had 4 fouls in the first half. So I thought what the Knicks should have did in that second unit was went at him. He had 4 fouls in the first half. You know what I mean? They could have literally took him out the game. No matter who he was playing, they should have just kept going at him. You know what I mean? Obviously, McHale was knocking down threes, so that, you know, that's understandable. But that was a strategy I thought they would use, but they didn't implement. And I think that they played good, but Knicks should have won that game. Shop. I know if we should have, could have, would have, but I thought they played enough good basketball offensively to win that game. I just thought the turnovers killed us, obviously, and the rebounding.
I mean, that is exactly what it was, man. It was the turnovers. The turnovers, what we had like 17, 18, 19 turnovers, something like that. Massive 17. Turnovers for us. 17. So that's almost 4 to 5 more turnovers than we usually give up. I mean, that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? The turnovers is because you've seen it down at the last 2 plays of turnovers. That's how Beasley came down to score all those points. So it is that. I mean, we excelled in everything. I think we out rebounded them. I think they did better offensively, but I think we out rebounded them. We shot over 36% from 3-point land. I think it was at least 8. Yeah, you know what I mean. We were about at least 80% from the free throw from the free throw line. You know what I mean. Our pace was going. Our fast break points was going. We was doing. You know, it was the defense. I mean, we couldn't slow them down. We couldn't stop them like we usually do with some teams. We get them and hold them to a 17-point quarter or something like that. We just couldn't do it to this team, man. And we had problems with the last time we played them and the first time we played them. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's something that, you know, we'll see them again. I mean, hopefully we can even it up 2-2. You know what I mean? Because they may be 7, 8, 6, 7, 8 down there somewhere. You know what I mean? Right in the range, but we might have an opportunity to play them. You know what I mean? So we need to shore up to them and let them know that we better now than that last game. We ain't giving up 126 points this game. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, man. It was hurtful to be a fan to see what they did, but just remember also they came back on a back-to-back, a hard game, and then Cat got, I mean, I don't want to make excuses, you know what I mean, because we supposed to win that game. The numbers tell us that if you look at just the numbers, you'd be like, oh, the Knicks won that game, huh? No. They didn't. They gave up the bench for Detroit 40 points. I mean, the bench. The bench guys scored 40 something, right? 40,
yep. 40,
yeah.
44. 44.
44. You know what I mean? That's what killed us. You know what I mean? And I'm not pointing no fingers at our bench because they came out and scored. I think they had 17, 18, 19, 20, somewhere around there. But almost half of what Detroit had. So
not at all. They only had 13.
13? I thought he was higher than that. See, so that's the problem, man. And that's what I'm bringing this month, man. It's about the bench for me this month. You know what I mean? So it was a heartfelt game, but you know, we live to fight another day. On to the next.
Yeah, man. You gotta tip your hats to them, man. Them cats, they just got dogged. They got a bunch of dogs down there. I ain't even gonna front. Like I said, I do it. And Isaiah Stewart, he got him and Beasley got that dog in them dudes, man. They feet and Kay Cunningham you know, I'm gonna tell you something. We be talking about the Anthony Edwards a lot and all he got, but I think they gotta start giving that dude his flowers, bro. I mean, I know they know he good, but that brother's special. That brother could get it from everywhere, and he's smooth as shit with it too.
He's smooth. That is true. He is smooth with it.
That brother smooth with it. He's skilled. He got it in him, and I'm like, yo, and his shot is money. I mean, from everywhere. I was like, this dude is. I see why who he was coming out of college, why he was that big talking. I think out of all these guys in the game right now, you know, he's playing in Detroit. But can you imagine if he wasn't in a big media market or something? I think his popularity will be even more. But right now he in Detroit, man. But that boy nice though. He really nice.
He's gonna have a chance to do that because they only need another player down there to play with him. You know what I mean? They just need another elite player. Didn't they just go like 10 or 12 off their last 12 games or something like that? It was some phenomenal number that they just did. So it's not like they're a bad team. They winning. They went 6 or 7 in the standings in the East. I mean, they winning basketball games. You know, I think one of the hottest teams out right now. I'm almost sure I seen something like maybe it was 8 or 10 or 10 or 12 or something like that. They won a lot of games. You know what I mean? So I mean, hats off to them. You know what I mean? They did what they had to do. You know what I mean? We'll be ready for the next time.
Yeah. Biggest staff got them playing, give them their hats. You always got to give a team their flowers when they deserve them. And you know, and when you look at our staff, what's crazy is that our numbers tell you like if our defense was on, might have been the other way. I mean, we shot well from everywhere. Yeah. And let's do that right quick. Get that out the way, man. Let's get the box scores out the way and the stats and everything, man. And because I thought the Knicks did a pretty good job overall from an offense standpoint. They just didn't get that defense closed out the way I needed them to, and it happens, ladies and gentlemen. But real quick, you know, 124 Detroit, 119. New York Knicks shot powers. They had a blitz in first quarter. 37. We didn't do well, and we only got 26. That's what we won the whole team to in the first quarter. But we had what we won the whole teams to, 26 points. But our second quarter, we flipped it around, 37-22. Obviously, Dallas Power was the best quarter of basketball. We played, you know, with K having a little bit of foul trouble, you know, and my man doing a good job of in that first half. But I have to tell you why I say this man is who he is. Mikhail did a great job of him in that first half. But man, that brother came out in the second half and said, "Listen, that shit was a fluke in the first half." So you know, but only gave up 26 points. I mean, 22 points. Then we scored 37. But then it flipped the other way in the third quarter. They scored 36 and we scored 27. You know, and then we both had shot the same amount in the fourth quarter, and that's why that game was that close. I mean, to me, you know, when it was 111, 112, when we made that turnover, that kind of changed that momentum around. Not what I mean. Right. We got because we about to go down and maybe could have scored, maybe not, but we would only been down 1. And then regardless of what Malik Beasley would have did with that 3-point, we could have still been. But you know what, salute to that guy for knocking them shots down. But anyway, man, that's how the quarters went. And I just thought that our second quarter defense was good. I mean, our second quarter defense was good, and that was about it to me. And after that, man, it went well. But if you look at the box score, ladies and gentlemen, stat-wise, Mikal Bridges, 37 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, 9 for 13, 6 from 8 from downtown, 3 from 3 from the charity stripe. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. He was a -3, but you know, because the K had it going like that too, so that's why his minus, all of them is minus basically. But anyway, he had a good game overall, man. He really had a good game. One of the better games I see him play all year. He was efficient from all areas. He played defense good as he can, and until K got it going, then you really could do nothing like that. And though majority of I think K getting hot in the second half, when they put Anunoby on, they should have left Mikal on him most of the time because I think Mikal had the speed. but they tried to put Anunoby's strength on him. But with no interior shot blocking, K, like, I ain't trying to hear y'all. Y'all can't stop me, so I'm going to go get it. And that's what happened. But other than that, man, Anunoby had 39 minutes, 5 for 9, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, -8, 10 points. Like I said, the Cade effect and the Beasley effect kind of dampened them two guys night right there. Karl-Anthony Towns, 43 minutes. That's the first I've seen him play that many minutes. He normally play less than everybody. But he had to go on, 7 for 17, 4 for 9, 8 for 10, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, -4. He was plus 26, had one of the better games. Obviously, the burner had to go in 39 minutes, 12 for 24, 1 for 7. He didn't shoot well from downtown. He shot 1 out of 7, 6 for 8 for the charity stripe, but he had 4 rebounds. Ladies and gentlemen, he had 11 assists. So, that happens when Mikal is knocking that shot down. Like we were talking about the other day, it's not that he not hunting for these dudes, but when they're not knocking them down, he's not going to get them assist number. But if they scoring, Jalen Brunson gets them assists every night. So being that our offense have been in a little bit of quagmire from the 3-point range, that's another reason why you haven't seen Jalen Brunson with them 11, 10, 9 assists, because when he getting that ball to you guys, they not knocking down shots, Henry Anunoby. So, it kind of takes an assist away from him when he's the one giving him the ball. So I think last night, because Mikal was knocking down shots and Anunoby had some, he had 11 assists because the shots was going in. So we got to hope that can continue from that standpoint, because you love to see Jalen Brunson numbers like that, ladies and gentlemen. 31 and 11. That's pretty decent right there. Another Josh Hart game, ladies and gentlemen. He was the only really in the start was in the plus. 38 minutes, 3 for 5, 1 for 2 from downtown, 14 rebounds, ladies and gentlemen, 5 assists, plus 6. He was probably one of the better ones in that game last night for the Knicks. Throughout that whole thing. You got to give him credit. Chua didn't have no points, 10 minutes. He had 4 rebounds, though, 1 steal, 1 assist. Campaign had another decent outing, man. He had 14 minutes, 3 for 7, 2 for 6 from downtown, 2 for 2, 2 assists, 1 steal, plus 5. Shop, let me ask you a question real quick before I end it up. Did you notice that game last night that Tibbs kept him out a while after? I know he had missed 2 shots coming out of the third, but it seemed like it was a time where he didn't get no run for a while.
You talking about Mikal?
No, Campaign. I think it was between coming out of the third quarter, he came and subbed somebody, but after that, I didn't see Campaign get into way late in the fourth quarter. Unless Tibbs just was going with the lineup because they were going back and forth so much. He liked the way he had in there with the starters because they was playing from an offense standpoint. But I just thought that in a stretch of the game where I thought he should have been in, I don't think he was in.
I mean, it was stretches like I didn't see Payne or Shaman. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was stretches where I thought they could have been in, but they minutes tell you that they wasn't in. You said Payne had 10 minutes and Shaman had a couple of minutes?
4.
Yeah, 4. See, so
yeah. Mm-hmm. So and that's why I say that. But anyway, I just noticed that. I just wanted to put that out there. And like I said, McBride, 17 minutes, 1 for 2, 1 for 2 from the charity stripe, 2 assists, 1 rebound, plus 4. The bench was the ones I think was the one really playing the defense. That's why I said that. When the Knicks wasn't, I know it's when Jalen Brunson and the Catton was in that game, their defense wasn't there. But when them dudes came in, when the pressure of Chua and Shaman and my man was in, the defense was on point because I guess they hustle more. You know what I mean? They fight more. And I just think that was a big thing last night for me. But they shot 50% from the floor, ladies and gentlemen, 40% from downtown. You can't ask for no better splits than that. Their defense just got to get better, man. Real talk, man. We had 42 rebounds. They had 39. It just was some key rebounds, that I thought we could have got to give us a chance to do better things. But the biggest thing, ladies and gentlemen, was the turnovers, 17 turnovers. And, we on the league on a year, we were around 11, 12, but we kind of lost that ball. We lost that ball a lot last night, ladies and gentlemen. But them guys had it going as well. Look at that, 50% from the floor, 44 from downtown, 94 from the charity stripe. Tobias Harris had some good buckets. Asir Thompson, who's going to be a special young player. He's got that athleticism top Josh Hart game with height. You know what I mean? So he was doing a damn thing from a numbers perspective. 7 rebounds, 2 steals. He was out there doing his thing. Tim Hardaway Jr. gave you 10 points. But Doran, I didn't see too much out of him last night. But Cade Cunningham, ladies and gentlemen, 14 for 27, 50% from downtown, 4.4 from the floor, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. I think he changed the game in the second half with no shot blocking down there. He just went down that middle and said, y'all can't stop me because y'all ain't got nobody here, no Terry presence down here. And I think he did. But Malik Beasley did not make it easy for the New York Knicks last night, ladies and gentlemen. That brother was knocking them down. I mean, he had some big ones. 7 for 13, ladies and gentlemen, from the floor. He had 6 for 8 from downtown, plus 22 points. His shot, to me, changed the momentum of that game. It allowed Cade Cunningham with four fouls in the first half not to put himself in foul trouble because he was just opening up that floor. And so I say all that to say, ladies and gentlemen, that was it in a nutshell last night. Tough way to go for the New York Knicks, but they'll bounce back. But definitely last night, guys went out there and did what they had to do, and on both sides of the ball. So give them credit for what they did last night. And we lived to fight another day. But good job by Detroit. They did what they had to do, shot power, and they won the game. But other than that, it just was one of them nights where our defense just didn't really give us what we need, and they showed improved.
Yeah, like I said, if you just looked at the stats, you could have probably thought that the Knicks probably could have won the game. Aside from the lack of defense in certain quarters and them turnovers, those extra 5, 6 turnovers is crucial. I mean, it was crucial, and it showed. It reared its ugly head last night down the stretch, 2 back-to-back. You know what I mean? And that's the bottom line. That's what I seen. I mean, we had a chance to win. Yeah, we should have played a little bit better defense, but our offense was popping. I mean, we had guys that were scoring the basketball. We had people going to the basket with a broke finger cat. I'm joking by saying broke finger. He ain't got. I don't know if he got no broke finger. I know we heard it saying, but he was still getting busy out there as well. So with that being said, I mean, we lost the game from two big turnovers. The offensive turnover by Cat, which shouldn't have been called. I mean, how you gonna call Cat? Just he muscled up, but he didn't really knock him down. Yeah. Brunson was getting beat to hell. All right, this is my fandom right now. I'm sorry. Brunson was getting beat up, slapped in the face, everything, choked around his neck. You know what I mean? All that. Cat going to the hole, slapping at his hand, slapping at his shoulder, pulling him down. No calls. Ticky-tack call. And he stuck his hand out there. He thought he was going to get his long fingers. He touched the ball on the second turnover. All right, it is what it is, man. We on the fight another day. We know how to finish games. We just didn't finish it last night.
Yeah. Last night, ladies and gentlemen, the 2 biggest things last night, listen, the New York Knicks scored 119 points, ladies and gentlemen. That's a lot of points in the NBA. The offense ain't no issue. I don't even have a problem with the offense was getting it going last night. Like I said, you had 3 dudes, 3 New York Knicks did. They had a mother 100 points by themselves. You know what I mean? Our star lineup does what they does every night. They had a combined total of let me see that 50, 57, 89. They scored over 100 points last night. Because remember, if the second unit only scored 13 points, that means the starting lineup scored 106 points. Our starting lineup does what they do every night. They get the ball in the basket. But like I said, 17 turnovers, number 1, and number 2. We know why. To me, me and Shaw talked about it. I think somebody talked about it in the chat, so we might have to go to that early just to have a conversation about it. But I definitely, our defense, pick and roll defense sucks, and we know what that is. Cat is not a great defender. We know that. He's not that dude on the defense side of the ball. So with that pick and roll is killing us. It really is, because and I think what bothers me the most, bothers me the most, is that he can't be aggressive. Cat can't be aggressive because he do too much ticky-tack fouling. See, Cat can never be aggressive. Listen, Cat should never put his hand on nobody. Nigga, you 7 foot tall. Don't even go down there. I don't care no matter what you do, don't put your body on nobody. Don't even do that because you 7 foot tall. Let the guy get in front of you or behind you. When he go for a shot, just go up for the shot. I don't care if he's coming down the lane. Don't even put your body on a Cat. Just back up, bro. You know what I mean? Because you're a big man. Play with your height. Learn how to play with your height. Even if you're not an athletic jumping dude, but you're still 7 foot damn tall. So before his shot get up to the rim, you should be up there. And I think somebody gotta let him know. This is the reason why you want guys like Todd Gibson on the Knicks. Work for him for real, shot powers. Guys like Todd Gibson, because they know how to do this stuff. I mean, not saying that Mark Bryan them don't do it, but my Cat been playing with my man Todd Gibson. So even if he was a coach, it'd be a big thing for him. But I think that's one of the main reasons why our defense is struggling, because Cat is not good in the pick and roll right now anyway. And because his game is not defined by defense, his game defined by offense. So we know he a hustle and play it when he had to, but I think because he get too many ticky-tack fouls, it takes him out of the game on the defense. Now he can't be aggressive because he always fouling people with the he got to be better at it. Like Tim said, they just got to get better at it. Hopefully he as the season go on, he get better at it. Hopefully he have a less problems like that in the second half of the season than the first half. But it definitely is a problem because they're trying to change the momentum of where they play defense. It puts more pressure on Anunoby and Mikal. See, and you know, and I think that's where our defense is lacking at because they only could do but so much keeping their man in front of them. You know what I mean? You know, that's their job to try to keep their man in front of them. But once that man get past them every now and then, ain't too much they can do. You know, but trail them, and that's why you need that defense present in the middle. So, okay, when they come down there, and that's why we always talk about how important our boy is. That's the reason why we say that. Why this dude? It ain't about Mitchell Robinson numbers. It's about that right there. Our Knicks pick and roll defense was lit when he was in the game last year. You know what I mean? It was fucking lit. You wasn't coming down there in New York like that and the pick and roll with Mitchell Robinson. So I think that's where we kind of missing him at. And, you know, and I think that's going to be something that I think Tom Thibodeau can't wait till he come back. I know Tom Thibodeau, like, I'm just trying to hang in there till Mitch get back. So, because his presence in that middle with when our worst defense things at the pick and roll, and that mother wasn't happening. So I think it's shot power. I'll be glad to see him back, man. I think he'll be missing him.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in the background. We already know what it is, man. You know what I mean? Just Mitch, we will probably see a lineup where Mitch may start back, maybe not immediately, but I think, you know what I mean, after 6, 7, 8, 9 games, you may see the lineup of Mitch with Cat moving him to the power forward position, putting OG back into his position of small forward, putting Mikal back in his position as shooting guard, and having Brunson run the offense, and Josh Hart come off the bench with Payne, Deuce, and whoever else they have back there now. If they decide that they're going to keep Precious, and and then we got Harker Purdy, you know what I mean, aspiring right now. So everybody talking about Harker Purdy now. That Sims ain't going to get no minutes. So we're going to see how good Harker Purdy is these next couple of games. And Sims ain't getting the minutes. If Tom Thibodeau let him get in there, I hope that he fares very well. He looks like he's definitely can have some offense to him. He definitely had a jump hook shot, he could shoot a couple of shots, he'll throw it on you. So he definitely has that type of game, and he blocks shots. So that sounds good so far. I mean, but with Mitch, we just really, you know what I mean, we'll see that lineup, and then like you said, Divine, you know, that pick and roll defense that Mitch does. I mean now that leaves Cat and Brunson at the 3-point land forever. You know what I mean? So,
you know, it's pretty much what they do. See, what's important. Remember, it's kind of what they do with Isaiah Stewart, but a taller version. I'm talking about when he in that paint.
Yeah,
Isaiah, Stewart is active. You know what I mean? He's active, and Mitch is an active dude. But I do believe it here, and this is why I really believe that's all Tom Thibodeau wait for. And this is why I say this, and I think I told Shot Power this, ladies and gentlemen, real quick. Karl Anthony Towns will probably, even if Karl Anthony Towns wound up giving you 25 and 10 rebounds, he's still giving you a double-double from the 4. But you also added 8 rebounds, even though you're going to lose Josh Hart's rebound. But I do think because Anunoby and all them guys sliding back to their natural position, they might get more rebounds because Josh Hart is he's a rebounder. But I think Anunoby and my man Mikal rebounding number to go up because Josh Hart, he's going to be in the second unit. But what I like about the whole thing is this here: if you start Mitch with Cat, now team just first of all they don't run down there like that. Number one. Cat could play for the outside in for a couple of minutes, Shot Power, maybe 3 minutes a game while Mitch is in. He could play on a perimeter, right? And then soon as it's time for Josh Hart to come in off the bench, which is going to be the 6th man, then he come in for Mitch. Josh Hart, everybody slide back to where they were at before Mitch came in. Now Cat can go down in the middle and eat, or take the ball, run down the middle and eat. And what that did to me was, first of all, you saved his energy, because he's out on the perimeter, knocking down, trying to put the ball on the floor, getting there, obviously, or he shoot a 3-point shot. But then when Mitch go out, now he can go down there, and I think it saved the wear and tear on him. So I think Thibodeau probably waiting for this to happen because I just think that it makes sense to me because I think our defense have to get better, and I don't think it'll get too better if Cat don't get better on the pick and roll, or he's more into every now and then try to get at least 2 block shots a game. And like I said, there's no knock on Cat. That's just not his game. I get it. You know, we brought him here for a lot of other reasons. You know what I'm saying? But I think the Knicks would be a better team with Mitchell Robinson starting and let Cat, just like he did with Rudy Gobert, Shot Powers, and they got to the Western Conference Finals. Rudy Gobert and Cat should be Mitchell Robinson and Cat right now. And you got 2 guys there who cooking with Cat and Brunson, and you still got Anunoby and them doing their thing. And you don't have to worry about, I think Anunoby and Mikal get more shots because Josh Hart is out. You know what I mean? Because Mitchell Robinson is not somebody going to require you taking shots. So now Anunoby might feel a little bit more better about getting in the rhythm and Mikal because now Josh Hart is coming off the bench and you're not looking for Mitch to even get shots. You know what I mean? So
and they back in more dominating positions. They're back in small forward and small forward and shooting. I mean, and shooting guard. You know what I mean? That's their positions. You know what I mean? They would thrive in that thing. You know what I mean? And the defense will be way better. You know what I mean? With Mitch in there, with Mikal, Mitch, and Brunson. I mean, Mikal, OG, and Mitch. Man, that's okay defense in your starting unit right there. You know what I mean? And that's not a knock on Josh Hart. But Mitch brings a different dimension. You know what I mean? He brings a different dimension to the game. I don't think he's going to come back and come right back to the start of the unit. I don't think he's going to be ready to start like that. But you may see that going down the stretch. You know what I mean? After the All-Star break, end of February, you may see that after Mitch and them play a couple of games and stuff like that. And all the rumors out there saying that Mitch is probably going to come back in February. I don't know, maybe because I follow Mitch and it looks like he'd be ready, like he's almost ready to come back. I just hope that he comes back a little sooner than February. I mean, maybe last week of January. I mean, the last week. I mean, if he goes into February, we might as well not even bring him back to after All-Star break.
Yeah. Real talk. I think by another week, I'm gonna say a week, you will hear that he's able to practice. I think that's what's gonna happen. I guarantee you by next week, I think Richard Robinson to be on the practice floor. That'd be his next step. Because we already in we already at the 14th day. I mean, we the 14th already, you know what I mean? So I got a feeling next week he gets to have some contact and maybe he could run now, you know, on his feet. Then the following week, that'll be probably like the end of the month. The next thing you know, there you go. If nothing don't go down in a trade or anything. If not that the case, I think Mitch will be back pretty soon. I think we could use him. Because like I said, you still giving Josh Hart the 30 minutes. You still giving Cat his minutes. I just think that it makes sense to start that dude at the 5 at the beginning of the game because you're going to sub him out another 4 or 5 minutes anyway. So what that does allow for Knicks offense to cook Shot Powers and it help keeps our defense better, at least in that first quarter, to keep the other team honest. And then once you do that, I think we good to go. I really do because I do think having mentioned that starting lineup to me. I can see it just due to the fact it takes the pressure off of Cat, getting unnecessary fouls, and then he got to get relegated to the bench, and then we missing one of our starters who gets down. You know what I mean? And I think that might be the Knicks outcome. I think that's what Tom Thibodeau waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. I really do because I think if we don't make no trade, you got to do that. It just makes sense. You know what I mean? It just makes all the sense in the world. That way when my man Cat go up against real quick, and I'm gonna change the subject. When Cat go up against Jared Allen and Mobley, you don't need him getting in foul trouble against them big dudes. You know what I mean? Because that just changes the whole complexity of what we trying to do. So I'm excited about it, man. I hope the Cat come back and I think he's gonna be ready, man. I know Tiz just waiting for him to get back. Tiz like I need my man back, Shot Powers, because you know Tiz a defense minded dude, bro. You know what I mean? And he know only this team only gonna go forward that with that defense can do. He know the offense can do. Let him go forward that defense can do. Because if they could do that, somebody else could do that line along with him, then we might lose the game because somebody else can give you the same amount of points. There's people in the NBA who could do it. So, but you know, I think it'll be fun, man. I'm looking forward to get back. I just brought that thought up early, ladies and gentlemen, because you know, somebody with the chat would talk about it, and I think it was a good subject to have. I think it makes all the sense in the world to start that dude. But anyway, man, but other than that, man, we don't have him. Until we get them, we got to keep doing what we do and getting better and doing the thing we need to do to win games. And that's what it boils down to. We don't have Mitch right now, but I know without him, we still looking pretty good, 26-15. You know, but these last 6-7 games, we haven't been ourselves. Yeah, we haven't been ourselves, man. And it's understandable. It's a long season. But we halfway there, man. So you know what, Chop Powers, pretty soon that'll be all behind us. It's all about the next 41 games. And I just want to see them get back on some peaks instead of being in the valley for a little while. You know what I mean? I really want to see them cats start peaking and getting where they need to go. And I think we'd be okay. But it's definitely glad to see that the 41 is over. We still are where we are.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, yes, we have had some bad games, but we only have 10 losses, right? How many losses we got? 15.
15, excuse me.
We only got 15 losses out of 40 games. And I mean, 15 losses. We had the losses. I understand from a Knicks point of view, those 15 losses, every last one of those losses, like, dang, man, we're falling apart. Oh, man, I'm ready. Oh, man, why? Every last one of those 15 losses was like that. I understand that. But we only have 15 losses. We are 5th in the NBA. 5th. We are 2nd in offense in the NBA. We're number 3 in the East with 26 wins. With a decimated start of the year with not having Shamif and not having Precious and not having Mitch and all this stuff, because if all those 3 guys started the season right now, it'd be we'd be all talking like we probably have 3-4 losses right now, because I believe we'd be dominating right now. Just me and my fandom. So I'm just waiting for guys to come back. We'll be fine, man. This team is a good team, man. 26 wins, man. I think we have 2 more wins than we had last year at this time. I think we had 2 more wins. So we're doing better than we did last year. And we still trying to get healthy.
Yeah, they'd be fine, man. They'd be fine. You know what? You want these cats to win every game. You know what I mean? You see what the Knicks can do when they on. You can see what the Knicks can do when they off. And that's what we just don't want to be. All we doing right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing off and on. We just want to keep playing on. And I think once we get into that rhythm where we playing not off and on basketball, then y'all see what they really about. You know what I mean? Because see, look at like a night like the other night, we came in there and we literally beat the brakes off them dudes. But then we came in last night, you know, and went the other way. That's up and down basketball, and that's what we can't have. It's not about we not good. Shit, and I put the Knicks up against anybody on any given night. But we're not playing consistent basketball day in and day out, and hitting what we supposed to hit every night. Like against Milwaukee, we kicked it on the defense side of the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, we gave up 106 points, right? Last night, we gave up 124. You see what I'm saying? We need to be here, not here. You know, we can't be one up, one down. We just going through peaks and valleys too often after that 9-game winning streak. You know, remember, we was up in the valley for a while. 9 games in the peak, I meant to say, for a round. 9 games in a row, up in the peak. Now we're going to hit that valley where it's 3 in a row, win 1, lose 1. So we just got to hope that it get back to that more 3 in a row, 4 in a row. Because like I said, with the crazy schedule we got coming up, you know, and it's already started, as you can see, you already can see what it was going on. You know, right now against a higher echelon, we're not playing well against them. Does that mean we can't play well against? No, but right at this present time, right now, we're not playing well against them on every night, except for the Milwaukee game. You know what I mean? So, and any other game we won in the last 10, 15, but that's the way it goes, man. This team, you know, we make no excuses about this team. They just got to play better. They will. I'm not worried about the Knicks. The Knicks will be where they're going to be at, ladies and gentlemen. That I'm not worried about. I just want to see, now that we done hit that 41 game mark, it's really time to make sure we do more consistency moving forward anyway. So we just still got a lot of things to work on. Like Tibbs and like Bruce said, we still got a lot of stuff to improve on. And when I hear leaders like that say they know they're not playing their best basketball, but we still got a lot of ways to go, that tells me that they know once they get to where they at, they're going to be a force. Like they said, we got a long way to go. We're not there yet. You hear that from Tibbs. You hear that from my man, the leaders of that team, because they know they're not playing their best basketball. And they will. I'm not worried about the Knicks. Once the Knicks bench get it going eventually, and I think they'll be okay. They got a good starting 5, one of the better starting 5s around, position by position. They just got to get consistent with it, man. And you know, even the way they play defense, you know, they need to stop all that crazy switching shit. Man up, man to man. Ain't all that switching mess. Stop being lazy. Get over the screen. Jalen Brunson, I know that ain't your thing, but you need to go hard on that. get the one-on-one defense going, stop switching the ball, fight through picks, and do them little things. And then we worry about the other stuff on the defense side of the ball. But for the most part, they okay. They rating ain't too bad, but the rebound numbers is abysmal. They at the lower echelon, ladies and gentlemen, that's defense. So, that's defense. We just got to be better at that, man, and we will. But, salute everybody in the chat, man. Salute all you ladies and gentlemen in the chat. I didn't get to call you guys out, but salute everybody, man. Drip Moore, what's good? On Dias, Nick 100, Jay Chosen, I see you in a minute. Nostalgic. Salute everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming in. And Mr. My City, good job by your boys last night. I just want to put Mr. My City out there because he came in the joint. He's a Detroit fan. They did a good job last night, Mr. My City, man. Salute to you, my man. Your boys, damn, they playing good ball, man. So I'm happy for the city of Detroit, man. Y'all got a winner after a couple of years of going through y'all adversity. Y'all got a winning basketball thing going on right now. So I'm happy for the city of Detroit, man. I'm definitely not happy that y'all beat us last night, but I'm happy for your city, man. I appreciate you coming in, though, as the opposing team fan, man. That's love. We appreciate you, Mr. My City. Salute. But yeah, man, other than that, man, salute everybody. But like I said, we 41 games this season, man. Let's talk about it, man. And look at this Knicks squad through the first 41 games of the year. Like I said, it hasn't been too bad for us. We've been playing pretty good ball for the most part, but we let some games get away that we wish we didn't let get away. So we'll recap what this thing is about, man. Look at the team numbers over the course of the 41 games. Talk about what you like and you don't like, what you don't like, what we need to improve on, and so on and so on. I mean, we probably said some of it, but when we are getting to more of it, man, and then when I bring Jay in, I'll bring Chody when I get in, and then I had to do some cutting off because I'm dealing with stats. So y'all forgive me if I had to cut one of my panels off to get a stat across. But to just try to follow my lead. And if you hear me be quiet, then if that means you go ahead and talk. Me and Shot Powell got knocked out, but I'm saying so I don't want nobody to think I'm cutting them off if I have to. But we're gonna get that popping anyway. Salute to everybody, man. But Shot Powell, 41 games into the season. We 25, 20, 26 and 15. We ain't too bad. When we still in there fighting and scrapping every day, trying to get better. Give me some of your thoughts on what you've seen so far this first 41 games, man, from your perspective.
Always what we talk about, Divine, peaks and valleys. We get a couple of wins in, we get a couple of losses. We get a couple of wins, a loss, couple of wins, loss, couple of wins, loss, couple of wins. Win 9 times, and now we at where we at now. I mean, it's been a do you got the teams that we played up there yet, Divine?
Yeah. I put it up there if you want me to. Let me just real quick do this, give you my take about what got us from the first game to now, and then we do that. All right, that's fair. Ladies and gentlemen, obviously, New York Knicks came into the 2024-25 season. Made some trades, signed some people. Anunoby got signed. We bought Mikal Bridges here in a deal with the Nets for 5 first-round draft picks and so on. And obviously we acquired Cat for Julius Randle, DiVincenzo. Whether the pick involved, I think was the pick involved with that. And now this is where we at. We signed Pressure Achua, obviously. We bought in Shaman, we bought in Campaign, and we drafted a bunch of good rookies. Tyler Kolek, Daddy A, Hakapurdy, and I'm missing somebody else. I am with 4 of them. Daddy A. McCullough Jr.
Junior.
Right, McCullough Jr. But at the same time, then we start the season with the guys who we talk about, minus Mitchell Robinson, minus Pressure Achua, and minus Shaman. Shaman got hurt in preseason. So we kind of rolled into the season with the squad that we had. Peaks and valleys from October, November to December. We had a very good December. We had a good showing in October, but it wasn't to the level that we was 2-2 in October. As a matter of fact, I throw it up there for y'all can look at it. We was 2-2 in October, ladies and gentlemen. I think we played some pretty good basketball, and coming out the gate, we started the season late. But Shot Powell, we started the season in October, ladies and gentlemen. We came out 4 games, 113 points a game. We was 2-2 in October. Obviously, we just got started and things of that nature. We shot pretty good from the field goal percentage. We shot well from downtown, and I think that was pretty much okay. But then November, ladies and gentlemen, we went 9-6. As you see, the season went on. We got a little bit more comfortable. We went from 113 a game to 119 points a game, 9-6. Win percentage was 600. Field goals made 44%. So we're doing good there at field goal efficiency. So we shot almost 50% from the floor, 49.9 from the floor. Not bad at all. And we shot 37% in November. We shot 31 from the 3-point, 40 in October, and 38. So we regressed a point in November. But and across all the way, then we went down to December. That's when it all went down. Ladies and gentlemen, in December, New York Knicks went 14 games, 12-2. 8.57 win percentage, 49.5 from the floor. They just were 38 from downtown. Their record was astounding. They only lost 2 games in December. 2 games. So they blitzed through December. And obviously that had a lot to do with Mikel getting warm, Brunson getting warmer. Cat kept doing what he's doing, and I know he was playing pretty good to the beginning of December. And in January, ladies and gentlemen, obviously we went backwards. We are only averaging 114 points a game because our 3-point shot just went south, way south, and when coming out of the 2025 season, we shot abysmal from there. 3 for 5. We shot 31%, ladies and gentlemen, so far in the month of January. 31% after shooting 38, 38, and 40. So there you see where the wins and losses starting peaking at. But I think it'll get better. But other than that, our rebounding numbers stayed around. They got better in December, 44.9. Now we 44.1. So we still kind of on pace with the rebounding numbers from December. December was a solid. Look at the assists, ladies and gentlemen. In November, we did well at 29 assists a game. Then we went to 28, but now we down to 24. Like I said, the 3-point shot not falling, then you're not getting no assists when somebody pass that ball and you knock it down. So obviously it reared its ugly head. You could tell by the 24 assists, and you look at the 3-point shooting number 31%. Now you see why the assists is lower than the other months when we were shooting high 30s in downtown, and our assist number was up. So we just wasn't making shots right now so far. And in the year 2025, and I think that's where it's reared its ugly head for us. Turnovers, we around 13 all year. We 13.5, we was 14.2, and so we got to get that down. We had 17, and them 3 extra turnovers could have been, if they made buckets of a turnover, might be the reason why they lost that game last night, because the points off a turnover, you never know. But anyway, shot powers, that's pretty much fair to me. I'm not too concerned about it, but I'm concerned about right now the way we started in January. But it's understandable because you done played 41 games, your legs is not going to be the same. But overall, not bad.
I mean, what can you say, man? It's wonderful that we built such a big lead with the team that we have to try to get back to where we need to be with the team that we got coming, with Shamif back and Payne back and Deuce back on the court, and with Precious. I mean, it's a testament to the team and the resilientness of this team, because we had 20. We had 15 and 26 with 11 games over 500.
Right.
Come on, man. I mean, if I'd have told y'all that by January this time that the Knicks would have been 26 and 15, you wouldn't have been all right with that? Off the first 40 games? I would have said before the season, listen, in January, we're going to be 26 and 15. Y'all wouldn't have been happy with that? Because I would have been happy. 25 and 15, we 10 to 11 games over 500. Yeah, I'd have been like, all right. So, I mean, that's what we got right now. Third in the, we've been third in the East, second in scoring, fifth in the NBA. In the NBA, out of 30 teams, we're number 5. Just saying. Not them 15 games. I understand, man, of every last one of those 15 games. I know what you mean. Because you, like a fan like me, you think we're going to win 82 every year, plus 16 in the playoffs. So I feel you.
Yeah, I'm off, ladies and gentlemen, for a game. I had the Knicks winning 30 in the first half of the season, so I'm off a little bit. But that obviously that happened just recently with the Cubs. I think we would have eclipsed it, but we had a loser streak in the last 5 out of 7 games. So I kind of took away I wanted them to be 30 and 11 at the halfway peak, but that's okay. 20, I'm still close. 26, like I said, because of our losing streak in January, pretty much put it there. But overall, I'm satisfied with the team. I mean, I'm not too much worried about the team, and I know they'll get better, whether it be trade or a guy get better or guy come back, whichever the case may be. I think the Knicks will be fine at the end of the season. I think they'll be playing better ball later on in the season than they will in the beginning of the season because they done went through all the continuity stuff. You know what I mean? It's going to take a little bit more to get Mitch acclimated, but Mitch knows the system, though. You know what I mean? So we ain't going to be not going to have a problem with getting him back acclimated with the squad. So I'm more optimistic about later on in the year because I know we're getting a guy who's going to make a difference on our team back. And it's not even from the offense. It's not even from that, just that his impact on the New York Knicks basketball team and what he means to the team from his skill set. And what we missing is his skill set. The New York Knicks right now are 23rd in rebound in the NBA. So another body like Mitchell Robinson only helps you grab more rebound. There's 3 or 4 more rebound, and you go up maybe to the halfway, half echelon of the NBA. So we down 23rd. If Mitch coming in, he's gonna give you more rebound and pressure to Chua and whoever in that second lineup. Then that means our rebound numbers go up, and 3 or 4 more rebound a game, they probably be up there. You know what I mean? So I think just his presence alone and what he could do, his offense rebounding, we 23rd, we down there, ladies and gentlemen. That's one of the reasons why our defense is struggling because our rebounding is defense. You know what I mean? And you stop the other team from getting the ball. That's defense. Now, when we're not rebounding basketball, we're not playing Knicks defense. Because our defense is predicated on rebounding. That's what we do. That's a Tom Thibodeau team. That's the reason why we've been successful all these years that he had got us here. You know, he'd been here and we got to the play because he know how to emphasize on rebounding. And Mitchell Robinson, one of the best on the offense side of the ball that does that. So granted, can you imagine when Mikal Bridges wasn't having good night shooting the ball? Don't worry about it. Mitchell Robinson get an offense rebound or 2 every now and then. Them easy putback points, repositions, everything. So, you know, we miss him. But, we got to, I think when he come out, we'd be better. But right now, we definitely down in the lower echelon because of that category. And I think it's paying ran his ugly head for our team with some of these losses because I just think we don't have a defense president rebounding down there. Chua trying, I ain't taking that from him, but he ain't Mitchell Robinson for sure. But Shop out right. Other than we not too bad, ladies and gentlemen. We should feel good about where our team is at. Jay Chose, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm just yapping. Forgot to bring you in there, my brother. I apologize for that, Jay. I didn't mean to keep you back there like that. Once I'm going, I'm going.
All good, brother.
Yeah, but
looking at the scores anyway, and I'm listening to you.
Yeah. Let me get Corey D. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. We appreciate y'all coming in. Corey D, thank you for the super chat, my brother. And salute to everybody, every ladies and gentlemen in the building. Jay Chola, we just trying to break down this first 41 games, you know what I mean? So if I had to do a status, I might have to say pardon me for a minute. So I just want you to know I might have to cut you off if I had to get to something pertaining to the stat. But I don't right now. Give me what's going on with you. How you doing? What's good, my brother? Thank you for coming in. What's popping, my man?
It's good. I woke up this morning. I'm blessed, I get to talk about my favorite team. First half, I got to be honest with you, I expected to be somewhere between 28 and 30 wins. But we're talking a difference of 3 to 5 wins. So it's not a difference of 5 to 10 wins. It's 3 to 5 wins, right? So you don't want to get your boxes in a bunch, you know what I'm saying? You want to be able to relax and sit back and say, we can only look. We got to learn from our mistakes. We got to, continue to move forward. I like, everything that you were saying earlier. If and when, because it's an if Mitch is still here or not. If and when he comes back, I do believe that if he doesn't start, he will eventually be on the court together at the same time with him. But the first half of the year, I think was for my liking. It, minus that 9-game, and you can't minus a 9-game winning streak. You can't minus it, right? You can never just say minus a 9-game winning streak. Outside of the 9-game winning streak, I would like to have seen us a little bit more, how would I say, less of the peaks and the valleys, you know what I mean? Trying to figure it, and that's what I guess you do in the beginning of a year. I think that what we fail to realize is that the team that we put on the court first day was a team that we literally just got within weeks of that first day, right? Cat was picked up. I mean, somebody got to remind me, but I know it wasn't, it was like closer to the beginning, right? Wasn't it like a trade that happened? Either way, it was. He's
later on
new
in the
to the team.
offseason. Yeah, it was later on in the offseason, more closer to the start of the season. Probably what you're saying.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's closer to the beginning of the season. And then, you got to get acclimated, man. And a lot of these, like I said, I'm going to say it every time. Mikhail came from a team where he was number one. He had to figure out how to be a number 4 or number 3. So a lot of these things that we're watching, right? Brunson, who was definitely the captain and the number 1, but now can we say he's the number 1 offensive player on our team right now? I mean, that's debatable. I think that could be Cat on any given night, and on most nights it's been Cat. So he had to learn how to change his game. There was a lot of learning how to change your game. And when you're an elite NBA player, or when you've been playing one way for a certain amount of years, it's not so easy to do. So you moving parts, moving pieces. I do. If I gave I'm gonna give a little grade to it if it's all right. The starting lineup, I'm gonna give it an A minus. I'm gonna give it an A minus. For a good long time, I had him at an A. But the A minus part is just the fact that a lot of times the defense have been Olay, like you said, it comes straight down the alley. If you want to, you have to be. To get an A or an A plus, you have to be both sides of the floor consistently strong, right? And for the bench, I gotta, up until this point, I gotta give it a D. You know what I'm saying? I would give it an F, except for the fact that there was a lot of injuries. We didn't have some of those guys for the beginning of the year, and Payne is playing well. But I do believe that that's going to change, So up until right now, I'm happy where we were. If somebody would told me that we were, just behind Boston right now, because no one even thought about Cleveland in the beginning of the year. If you did, you're lying to me. I don't care it. All right, so we're right behind Boston, right? And so we're in the hunt for that part. We're still in the hunt for second in the East, and we had a 9-game winning streak. And the one that we lost on was against arguably the best team in the league, and we were handling them real well to the fourth quarter. So it's like you can't cry over this type of stuff, man. You just got to build on it. Go watch a lot of tape, get some good rest, and get busy. I don't think we're seeing the team at its full potential, and we also might not be seeing the team that we're going into the second half with right now. Yeah. Due to possible trades or whatever might happen. So you never know. So I'm just saying.
You feel. How do you feel about the move forward? Do you think they get better in the next 41 games? Do you see them getting better than they already are, or do you see it stay about the same, or do you think they'll get better as the season go on? Now they went through 41 games. If you haven't answered that already. All
right. So the 41 with 26 and 15, right? 26 and 15. That would make us 52 and 30, right? So 52 is good. It's not where I think they could be, but it's a very good record. Do I think they're going to get better? I think they have. Let me just. I can't say every single time. I think on any given night we could beat any team in this entire league. Do I think that we could get better? I absolutely think we could get better. Do I think that we have a coach that is sitting awake 24 hours a day, figuring a way for us to get better? I absolutely do believe that. And I think there's going to be a few changes, and people may not agree with this, but I would like to see I would like to see if they can't fortify the bench through outside ways. We can't keep having a bench like this where there's a handful of players that's not playing. We got to figure out a different route to do that. And that might have to be taking one of our guys right now. And that one guy that is left out is probably going to be Hart. And maybe he has to come off the bench, start maybe, Mikhail at 3 and maybe shooting, Payne at 2 or Deuce at 2 or something like that. That way you get some energy coming off the bench with some rebounding coming off the bench. I think that would do us good, to be honest with you. So I think we could get better. I can see. I mean, look, if we win 3 more games than we did in the first half, then we'll have 55 wins at the end of the year. Is that good?
Yeah, that's my prediction. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So if we win 5 more games, then we'll have around the thing I said, 57. So
you're right where I'm at.
I don't think we're gonna get worse. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. Child, what's your take on 41 games out? I mean, what do you think we need to see, and what do you expect to see, and what do you think we get better or worse? What's your thoughts on the same thing I asked Jay Chosen, but in the sense though also from a stat perspective, what do you think we get better at?
I think the team is going to make a small change. I don't know what exactly, how they're going to do it. We're definitely waiting for Mitch to come back to see what he can apply to what the Knicks can do again with the biggest thing that everyone's talking about right now is defense. You know what I mean? Persuading people from the pick and roll, keeping people out of the paint, driving down the lane. You know what I mean? Grabbing offensive rebounds and stuff like that. So it's a couple of things. This whole month I've been talking about the bench, man. I think that the bench may need a little boost, maybe a different flair, maybe make a trade or 2 or something like that could be possible. And I mean, I know one person that's going out. I think Sims is out of here. I don't know what they're going to do with Sims, but if they could get him for a second round pick, they get him for a second round pick, then we could use his money, the rest of his money, to maybe bring somebody up from the G League, I think. So maybe that might be something to look into. Kiki has been playing phenomenal down in the G League. TJ Warren, 6'8", could shoot the lights out. You know what I mean? Right. Someone that give a spark, somebody to give a spark off the bench. You know what I mean? And and fortify. The second unit has not played 5 full games together. This is like their 3rd game all together with Deuce and Payne and Shamuth and Precious. So that's something that they have to work out. I think we have a better second half to the season with the allegations of Mitchell Robinson coming back. I think we have a better second half to the season. I think our defense will pick up. I think we'll do some more rebounding. I think we'll get better with using that cat switch, like you said, with Mitch coming out early, 5 minutes in, and Cat going to the center position, and then you move in you can move in Precious or somebody else to fill in that spot to keep it big in there. So there's a couple of things that I think they will try out and change up. I think we're going to do I think we're only going to lose 10 more games. You know what I mean? I want to stay right around. I want to be right around where I wanted to be. I said 57 games, so I'm going to stand. I'm just staying close on that. I'm going to stand on. I'm 10 toes down. I think they're going to lose 10 more games because I think they're going to get it together. I think before the end of the 40 game, before the end of the 40 games over, we're going to have a 10-game winning streak. We keep getting 9 and 9, and I think we're going to have a 10-game winning streak. I think once they change positions up, maybe they could be something different with Mitch being in the starting lineup, playing OG and Mikhail back in their regular positions. I think that could change something up too. Giving a spark, like Jay Chosen said, off the bench with Josh Hart coming in, they still going to get 28 to 30 minutes a game. So I think we have a better outing. I think we lose 10 more games. I'm super amped for the team, and we're 3rd in the East, we're 2nd in offense, we're 5th in the NBA right now. If I'd have told you in January we would be 26 and 15 at 40 games, you wouldn't have been happy with that? I'm just saying.
Yeah, real talk. Just me, just
some of those losses too.
Right, give me my thoughts on what you guys are saying. I thought the first 41 games went just as well as it could have went. It went the way it could have been better. But like you said, you got to take all the variables to put in there. You coming out the gate, just like not only Knicks, all the other teams, ladies. But I can only speak about this. I can't speak about no other team. I'm only speaking about our team. But like any other team, we came out with with a decimated squad. Our bench was just literally wasn't there. Pressure Chua, Mitchell Robinson, it wasn't there. And that's part of when Tom Thibodeau or any other coach sit down in the regular season, they put their lineups together and they figure out how they want to play basketball. See, Mitchell Robinson might have been in the equation, Pressure Chua might be in the equation, and Sherman might have been in the equation. But when they wasn't in the equation, he had to alter the way he had to let his team play basketball for the first 41 games, until guys come back. So obviously, if he said that I only wanted this guy to play 3 minutes, 6 minutes coming out of the first quarter, but because this guy's not there and the other guy might not be ready, I got to change up what I do. So under all those circumstances and them guys not playing together, brand new squad. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, even the bench haven't even played together. None of them guys, Dan and 3 of them guys weren't on our bench last year. Wasn't even on our team who playing now. And mine's the injuries as well. So with all that said, to be 25, 26 or 15 and still had to go through all them nuances and everything and learn how to play together. Tom Thibodeau had to make adjustments because you don't have this guy, you might not have this guy. Guys getting off to rough starts like Mikal did in the beginning of the year, and Brunson got off to a little slimy, a little rough start at the beginning of the year. But then they found a way to tread water, like me and Shai was talking about. They treaded water, stayed afloat with all the stuff they had to go through, injuries and new personnel, new everything, and they still was able to get 25 wins, 26 wins. I'm very happy with where the Knicks are at right now, because I do believe it could have went worse if they wasn't a good team. But salute to Leon Rose for putting this thing together, and he gave us enough foul power to withstand all these little valleys we've been in. Obviously, we hitting one now, which is the deepest valley we've been in with 5 out of 7 losses. But for the most part, I'm very happy. I'm with Jay Chosen. I'm gonna go A- on the season. I think under all the circumstances, and they was able to just stay where they at, and knowing other teams probably were going through what we were going through as well. Like Orlando had to go through it. Everybody go through it. Like Shai Powell, like you said, just like we go through things, they go through things. That's why I think people got to give Knicks more credit, because we ain't the only ones going through this stuff, and we found a way to prevail when some team didn't prevail. You know what I mean? Like you look at the Philadelphia 76ers. They literally didn't prevail. They right for now anyway, but they down there and we up here, and we went through injuries as well. Maybe not their main guys, but still our team was able to maintain without some of the guys that we needed on our team to play certain positions and roles. I'm happy, Shai Powell. So I can't say enough about what they did so far with 26 games into the season. I hope that it, when guys get more acclimated, which I think they should now, and like I said, whether you believe in Mitchell Robinson or not, one thing I can say that because you get injured don't mean you lose your talent. You just ain't playing the game. You don't lose your skill set. You know what I mean? If I ain't ride my bike in 30 years, I get a bike and ride them over right now. You know what I mean? Right. Mitchell Robinson is not losing his skill set. What he just loses. He just got to get acclimated to the way they getting down and get his legs, get his rhythm. But once he come back, he will rebound the basketball. He still know how to block shots. He still know how to alter shots. He still know how to get around and pick this shit. So a lot of things that that he'll bring to the table is going to make a difference for us. I really believe that. And then if they make a trade, Shai Powell, somebody put something in the chat, and I thought when he put in there, like Nostalgic put in there, he said Precious Chua for Nick Richards. Now I'm gonna tell you why that shit is crazy to me. Precious Chua makes $6 million. Nick Richards make $5 million, got another year or 2 on it. But can you imagine Mitchell Robinson and Cat and Richards backing up Mitchell Robinson, or even vice versa? I don't even care. Do you know how nasty that defense block shot, and we the lower echelon of block shot blocking too? You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is now you got a guy in the starting lineup and a guy on the bench who can defend the paint. You know what I mean? So I can see this team getting way better if things like that go down, and if they stay packed and the guys get better at what they're doing, I think we'd be okay. I guess that's what I'm saying. So I think you got to watch out for this thing. Just like I said, man, Knicks is no different than any other team, ladies and gentlemen. But we got to kind of give our guys some credit too, because listen, they've been through what every other team in the NBA been through. Shit, we still right there. So salute to Tom Thibodeau for coaching what you got, man. You go to war with the players you got. But they put together a nice arsenal down here, Jay Choden. They put together a nice arsenal down here, man. And I think the best is yet to come for me.
Yeah, listen, I can't agree more. I'm gonna tell you something. I think Precious is gonna be one of the people we're trading because of his contract. Probably not re-signing him. So why not go out and get somebody who's already on, got a couple of years left in him. Nick Richards is a good rim defender. He's a good ball player. We're missing that. Again, I'm gonna keep saying this stuff, man. Last night I said I wanted to see good game out of McHale. We got a good scoring game out of him, and we still lost. So the whole point is this: we need to get better on our defense. We could score like nobody's business, man. We could score like nobody's business, right? So we don't need all that other stuff. We need to bring in some defenders, all right? And if we needed some help with scoring, then we have a TJ in the G League. We have somebody else in the G League. We could transpose these people. So I think if we're smart about it, we could probably go about it and package a Precious and a Sims and get Richards. And who knows? Maybe a second round. Like something might happen funny. I'm telling you right. Leave it to Leon Rose. Something's going to happen good. And I just think that Precious is one of the guys that is more tradable to a team that is lacking a power forward, and we're lacking a center. So, and I just would like
Jay, there's something out there, Jay. There's something out there with not Precious Achua, but with Mitchell Robinson for would you do this? Mitchell Robinson for Richardson and Cody Martin.
Yeah, I would.
For Richardson or Richards? For Nick Richards?
Yeah, Richardson and Kenyon and Cody Martin
Listen, in my heartbeat, your heartbeat, and your heartbeat, like that.
That's one of the big things. I mean, I was talking about that a while now because the money. Now, if they want to get off of Cody, I don't know. And I really didn't do too much investigating on his contract. I think he's $7 million or something like that, and Richards is $5 million. We give Mitch and probably give him a couple of seconds, maybe even give him, I don't know if they were offering the Washington pick, but maybe 2 or 3 seconds or something like that. Mitch is an aspiring deal. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm hearing so much about Richards, so much. Maybe it's something about it. They've been talking about him since the summer too.
Right, and let's not forget something here. Listen, when Mitch was on this game, you knew that you couldn't come to the basket. There's a couple of real variables we have no. Mitch hasn't played, and we don't know when he's going to play. They keep giving us a different date, a different time, a different thing, a different whatever. If you could get back somebody who's playing right now, right, and you could get another guy who's got dog in him because that Martin kid got some dog in him, I'm going to tell you something right now. I would do that in a heartbeat because, look, our bench is the lowest scoring bench. We scored 13. They scored 44. We need people on our bench to score. We need to get that 25 mark regularly, daily, at the very least. I would like to see it more like 30 because then we would be the number 1 offensive team in the league no matter what. So, and then it brings some defense. It brings some defense. And then you could interchange the parts. And I'm telling you, I think there is something to it with having Hart come off the bench because he is getting you 10, 12 rebounds a game. And that is another thing we're lacking off the bench, rebounding. So, and he's going to play with both, right? So he's going to play with both. Don't forget, Hart, Bridges, OG, those guys are the 3 guys who play with both the first and second unit. So it's not like he's not ever going to play with the first unit, but maybe he just doesn't start that way. And then when you bring them in, it's firepower. Imagine this. You're playing good. You're up by 10. Then you bring in Richards, Hart, and Payne, and Cody Martin, and Deuce. Just to spell people. And then you start pulling people out and you put in somebody like Cat to add to that. Come on,
you know what,
man, that's good stuff.
You breaking up. You is. I'm glad you breaking up, Jay. Let me get this just to piggyback for what Sean y'all saying. Sean probably know what. Yeah, you know why you got to think about that also. Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks are not going to be able to keep Mitchell Robinson at the next year. They are a salary cap strapped like a mug. But here's the reason why I do it, and I'm you know me, I'm a Mitch homer, but I know the Knicks going to lose Mitch. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Mitch was about to go in the trade for Cat. Now, let's not. No, we don't want to get rid of him, but you know what? Because of the way the NBA is going right now with this second apron, all this, you're going to lose players that you love. But I think Nick Richards can give you a little bit. He can give you what Mitchell Robinson give you. You know what I mean? And the good thing about his contract is $5 million this year, $5 million next year. I think it might be going to that 30 years. So you got a guy under Tom Thibodeau. Just like he, you know, I think Nick Richards come a way better player under Tom Thibodeau than he is where he at now. You know what I mean? I think he becomes a way better player under Tom Thibodeau. Because Tom Thibodeau going to play into his strengths, like he did Mitchell Robinson, like he did Hartenstein, like he did Julius Randle, like he did all these dudes. He's gonna let these guys play to their strengths. And I know with his athleticism, Nick Richards gonna be a problem in New York, man. Because number one, if he's healthy, you know, obviously, because I believe when Mitch come back, he's gonna do the things that Richard gonna do. Don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, but if you ask me to do that because of Cody Martin, because I think Cody Martin deal is not. I think Cody Martin and Nick Richards' money makes sense, ladies and gentlemen, because sometimes you got to let this money work too. We just ain't talking about getting players, throwing players away. We bring a certain player to make the money match. So I think Cody Martin and Nick Richards' money match.
Mm-hmm. I think it's $12 million.
Right, it's $12 million. That's the reason why you got to throw in guys like Cody Martin because, and I don't have a problem with Cody Martin because he's a tough, got dog in him. He got dog in him, and his brother go hard. You know what I mean? And they seasoned dudes who know and they know how to play. They NBA guys who know how to play. They know they roles. They ain't trying to shine, but they play roles real well. You know what I mean? And I don't have a problem with a guy like Cody Martin because I know him and Deuce Bride and Josh Hart be getting at the jokers, bro. They'd be getting at the jokers. You know what I mean? Because that's the way they play basketball. So, you know, and that's what we lack in that defensive tendency. I mean, Shaman doing it, though. Don't get me wrong, Shaman doing it, but, you know, right now, his offense not there, so he's peaks and valleys just coming back off an injury, I would say. And but I ain't mad at no Nick Richards, the Kentucky dude, know the culture, you know, John Calipari,
yep,
New Yorker, you know what I mean?
He's a New Yorker. Yep.
Yeah, that dude, that brother you throw it up there. He like a Mitchell Robinson, ladies and gentlemen, but the difference is I think he got more availability. That's all, and his contract is less. And I don't think the Knicks gonna lose Josh Hart. They ain't lose Anunoby. So out of all the people at that Knicks squad who might get lost out of here, the easiest one to trade is Mitchell Robinson from a long contract standpoint and present choice, $12 million, $6 million, whatever, $14 million, $6 million. So we're going to lose somebody. Not that we want to, but you're going to have to. That's just the way the CBA got it going right now. And like I said, the reason why you're going to lose somebody because Mikal got to get some money. You don't want to go in the separate apron, so how you going to give Mikal another $10 million? Who makes more than $10 million that the Knicks can get off and if they can bring back an aspiring and get that money to Mikal Bridges? Mitchell Robinson, I hate to tell you. So if you get rid of Mitch, you get rid of Pressure Chua, you get rid of that campaign aspire, the Knicks can generate $20 million. How much they want to, divert it to people, I don't know. But whatever they do, I think you're going to see that coming. Like I said, I think Mitch is important to this team this year. I wouldn't trade him unless that. I don't think the Knicks going to trade Mitchell Robinson, first of all. Let me just put that out there. Knicks ain't trading him Mitchell Robinson. He's too important. But if they had to, I don't have a problem with the doctor said about him and Mitch Richards because I think you're getting a player that does what Mitchell Robinson does. You know, how better one do it, and it's hard to say. But he definitely does what Mitchell Robinson does. I don't know how his offense rebounding numbers are compared to Mitchell Robinson, because Richard Robinson is a demon on an offense glass, ladies and gentlemen. Him and Steven Adams about the best in the business doing that shit. So that's what we don't want to lose that. But other than that, it'd be interesting trade shop powers. I wouldn't have a problem with it. I would hate to lose Mitch, but at the same time, the best ability is availability, brother. So we got to think about that, and we got to think about the second apron now. and what they got to do moving forward. But other than that, man, I don't think that'll happen. But if it do, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I guess make a long story short.
I don't think they move Precious and bring Richards here with Mitch on the coming back. I don't think they do that. I mean, then now it's a gluttony. You know what I mean? Now and you're still sitting on Sims and Hocker Party. You know what I mean? So I think
gone.
Huh?
I think Sims gone. I think Sims gone.
Yeah, I think Sims is gone. No question about that. I think he may be right before the trade because Leon Lake doing it before the trade, so he might drop something. He might get a second round pick because that's gonna make a difference. Because you get a second round pick from somebody and you put that in the package for whoever you about to send out with him. Because it may be. I mean, I'm not saying I want Mitch to come back, of course, but if you talk about getting two players and Richardson that's kind of something similar to what Mitch can do, playing behind Cat and getting Cody Martin as a sweetener. You know, I mean, he's like 6'7". He can play your small forward position in the. I mean, him and Josh Hart with Payne or Deuce or something like that. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that either.
I think why that'd be dominant to me is like you literally could start one of them dudes. Like we said, put Josh Hart back on the bench, slide McHale down to the 2, slide Obanemi to the 3, slide Cat to the 4, Nick Richards or Cat start, and you got one of them two backing each other up. That means the guy that was like Mitch and Hartenstein. You know what I mean? Mitch and Hartenstein. Word boy, Nick Richards with Tibbs would be dancing all over his feet. Like the guy I'm taking out, do what the guy I'm bringing in could do. Both of them. So he don't get weak nowhere. And put like I said, Pressure Chua, okay, but I think Josh Hart can do what Pressure Chua do, and Cody Martin in a sense. Pressure Chua, he right now he rebound for it, but he's not a prolific scorer. You know what I mean? He's not like he gonna go out there and get you 15 and 5 and nothing like that. Pressure Chua have his good nights right now anyway. But I think when Mitch come back, he might get better though with Mitch back. I don't know. But I do believe I would do that for I like Pressure Chua, but I would do that for my man Nick Richards.
I just want to say something really quick. So Nick Richards, 7 feet, 245 pounds, all right? Versus Phoenix a couple nights ago, he had 15 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks. That's Nick Richards, okay? 15 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks. 2 nights before that, he played Detroit, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, okay? So this is a man who's getting 7 blocks, 7 rebounds, 6 rebounds, 7 rebounds, 12 rebounds, 11 rebounds, 10 points, 15 points, 3 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks. Now, let me just tell you something else. Cody Martin is 6'6", 6'6", right? The last few nights, and he's kind of like a lower scoring Heart, like he kind of do a little bit of
like a Heart.
Yeah, but like what do they call, like they used to call some people like the poor man's whatever. He got like the poor man's heart. But every night, I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy. So he had 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. The next game, 5 rebounds, 1 steal. Next game, 6 rebounds, 4 steals. All right. Then you're adding 1 block, 2 blocks, 2 blocks, 1 block, 2 blocks. But every game, I got to look where he is because he's got 5 straight games at one point where he had 2 steals, and then he had 4 straight games that he had 4 steals, 3 steals, 1 steals, and 2 steals. That man gets at it. That means that he is busting his ass every time he's in, and he's coming off the bench. Now he's starting, but before he was coming off the bench. And Nick Richards is when he 15 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks in Phoenix. Come on, man. It's not hard to see. Look, I know everybody's very sentimental, but if he hadn't been hurt as much as he did, or we had 1-1 with him, or maybe made that Eastern Conference and he came back kind of Willis Reed style, I would be attached more to it. I want to win. And so that sometimes it's going to take some sentimental ass shit to happen for you to win. Sometimes you're going to have to make some moves to make your team a little bit better. And if we don't make it and Mitch is great, then we'll all feel fantastic. But if we do make it and our team gets better, we'll feel fantastic. So I don't think it's a win-win no matter how you paint it. No matter how you paint it.
Absolutely, it's a win-win. That's why I don't have a problem with it. But let's make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. Mitchell Robinson will have an impact on the New York Knicks if we ain't traded. He will have a big impact on the New York Knicks.
If you could keep him and get Richards, that would be ridiculous.
I'm talking about. Yeah. Listen. You go look at these teams in the league, ladies and gentlemen, who doing a damn thing. You look at the Boston Celtics. They got Luke Cornett, Horford. They got Porzingis, 3 7-footer dudes, yo. And what two of them could do?
Shoot.
Right,
block.
and they could, yo. You can't teach size, ladies and gentlemen. We're going. The Knicks is going through what they're going through right now because we don't have size. Period.
That's right.
No other way to put it. You can't twist it no other way. The reason why the New York Knicks defense is struggling right now because we don't have the size with the talent that we. So you bring Mitchell Robinson back, this team gets better. You add another player who can do what he do, they get even better. So even if we don't do that, I think the Knicks are gonna be good. I think Precious Achiuwa gonna wind up with Mitchell Robinson being in the lineup. Now he don't got to go out there playing them through centers all day, all in the second unit all night long. Because now you got a center playing centers. You know what I mean? So now you don't put Precious Achiuwa in the Quagmire being 6'8", got to guard 7-footers and all that shit. Right. So when Mitchell Robinson and Precious Achiuwa, Larry Sherman, and Deuce and Bryant and campaign is a legit backup 5. No matter how you look at it. I mean, we just haven't seen that. Like Shaw Power, we haven't seen that yet. Right. Make no mistake about it. When Mitchell Robinson get back to this team, ladies and gentlemen, this team goes up another level. And I don't care what nobody says. The numbers don't lie because of what he do. And the reason why we struggling is what he do.
That's a fact.
Right. So the areas that we are struggling in is what he do to make us better.
Right.
Rebounding, shot blocking, interior defense. You cannot go wrong with Mitchell Robinson. I can't, let's hope
don't forget, Tibbs is going to interchange a lot of pieces. So that means that sometimes when you want to play offense, you're still going to have your 7-foot beast who scores 30 and 20 a game come in and play center, and Precious will move to the power forward. And when Mitch is in to play from defense, that means that his natural position, that beast, will go slide over to power forward. So, I mean, no matter what, all of it's a win-win. All of it's a win-win. And then we'll go get little chips for some Sims. Look, you gotta do what you gotta do to become the champ, man. You gotta do what you gotta do to become the champ.
Hey, Shaw Powell, here's the reason why I say that, ladies and gentlemen. With Mitch in the lineup, they just doing what Cleveland doing. Now Cat becomes Mobley. You see what I'm saying? Now Cat becomes Mobley. You know what I'm saying? And Mitchell Robinson and Jared Allen, Mobley and Cat.
Yep.
That's what Tibbs is waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Mitchell Robinson is that damn important. Oh, sorry. They would be doing what them dudes is doing. You know what I mean? You gotta have matchups matter in the playoffs. Matchups matter. And I think Mitchell Robinson coming back, I would literally after a couple games, I would throw Mitchell in the starting lineup. Wouldn't fucking hesitate.
Me too.
Pardon my French. I wouldn't hesitate because he only got to play the first 4 minutes. Then he take him out, put Josh Harden. Now you just got the same starting 5 who's been playing the whole season.
There it is.
But he don't have to worry about Cat getting in a foul trouble because you got Mitchell Robinson down there. You don't got to worry about cats like Cade Cunningham coming down that lane last night like he was going to a free for all.
Yeah,
you ain't getting that with Mitch down there.
You're
not getting that with Mitch down there, ladies and gentlemen. With Cade and all these other guys, once they get past Michaela and Anunoby, they know who down there. They know that's not Cat's strong suit. But I guarantee you if Mitchell Robinson was down there, that shit ain't happening. And if you ain't watching Knicks in the last 6 years, you must not been watching what I've been watching. You know what I mean? This don't lie, bro. Knicks are they in the high upper echelon deep last year when that boy was playing. Plain and simple, facts. You know what I mean? So I think when he come back, I think you will get your 57 games. Because I think alone Mitch is going to add 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 wins more than we had If Mitch was here, we wouldn't be put like this. If Mitch started the season with him and Tristan Chu and Shaw Powers, we would not be 26-15.
Not even close.
Not even close. If Mitch would have started the season with a Chu, wouldn't even be close to that. No. We'd be up there with Cleveland them. But unfortunately, we had guys who just can't do what them dudes do. Hockett Perry them nice, but they not Mitchell Robinson. Jericho Sims okay, but he not Mitchell Robinson.
And so you wouldn't have had them consecutive minutes that everybody talk about, and then the people that are running 40 minutes and stuff like that would never have happened. All that crap it never would have happened.
Never happened. Yep.
Yeah, and those small stupid losses. Remember, don't forget that like 4 of those losses by 1.2 points, and I think the biggest one was by 3 points. Never would have happened.
Yeah, it changed the game a little bit, Shop Out, because like I said, when McHale wasn't shooting good, some of them shots were coming out. Could have been Mitchell Robinson off his rebound. He one of the best in the game at doing it.
With a put back in.
Yeah, either put back in, snatch a rebound, kick it back out, or go back up and try to get a little whatever. You know what I mean? That makes a difference in the way a team functions. Because now he get that rebound. He could have changed the momentum of a fast break for the other team, or could have changed the momentum of a game for the other team if we get that rebound. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of integral to that. But I think Shaw Powell, we got to hope and see, man. I hope he come back, he get in the rhythm. I think Mitchell Robinson is important to the New York Knicks down the stretch. If Mitchell Robinson come back and play Mitchell Robinson basketball for the New York Knicks, I'm not even worried about us going deep. He filling a lot of void for us, my man.
And the funniest thing about what you said too, because if Mitchell Robinson would have been here with Precious starting, you know, the second unit could have been even different too, because Mitchell Robinson, healthy Mitchell Robinson, he might have started this year with Cat on the floor. And we would have relied on Sims and Precious in the second unit with Shaman, Champagne and Deuce. And I mean, that would have been our second unit right there. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that would have made a big difference. You know what I mean? Or you could have slid one out while one stay in as a center. And the second, when you take him out, you put Cat back in, or you put Mitch back in, whoever comes out first, and you put him back in the second unit. They could have ran a whole different style of lineup. With a healthy New York Knicks team, we would have been talking like we was talking 30 games we would have been at right now. 32 games or something like that. We'd have probably been, you know what I mean? We'd have probably been about, at least, in my opinion, some of these games that we lost, I think with the implement of Mitchell Robinson, maybe, I don't know, I ain't no guru, just hyperbole, but I think we could have won. Out of these 10 games that we lost, I think we could have won 4 more. Yep. You know what I mean? So,
and you got me excited with this talk about Richards and Martin too. I'm looking at this thing, man. This
looks nice, right? I've been saying that for a while. I've seen
it a few places too. But you just brought it up, made me nuts, man.
Yeah, the first time I seen it was about
and everything. All his rebounds are splits.
Everything.
You know what's a more of the story though, to be honest with you, Shop Out today, no matter what happens, the Knicks gonna get better some way.
Yeah,
no matter what. That's what I'm saying. That's a win-win.
Right. Yeah. That's what it was in this conversation. No matter what happens within this next 41 games, the New York Knicks gonna get a better team, whether it's with Mitchell Robinson or somebody else. They're gonna fill a void that they need to make them a better team. And whether you don't think this cat is that important, even if you don't listen to us, go listen to the people who watch this shit every day. Go listen to Clyde. Go listen to Breen. Go listen to all these people who watch this Knicks basketball every day, all day, and they would tell you. And I know them cats know basketball. Clyde will tell you Mitchell Robinson changes a basketball game for the New York Knicks. He'll tell you that right up. And this is a motherfucking Hall of Famer who know how to get down. He will tell you Mitchell Robinson changes him and Mike Breen. They watch these guys every night for the last 30 years. That dude changes the way the Knicks play basketball. You don't believe me, ask Cleveland in the playoffs. You don't believe me, ask Joel Embiid how hard Mitchell Robinson makes it on him.
That's right.
He played last year and knocked Joel Embiid out. And they didn't get forward until Mitch went down. They still beat him. But why do you think Joel Embiid, even though regardless of how much numbers he putting up, he'll tell you it's that hard to play against Mitchell Robinson because of the length and the athleticism. He's a linky dude who's 7 foot. He alters shit. Even if he don't block his shot, he alters shots. That's important, ladies and gentlemen. If you really a true basketball player and you know the integrals of basketball, you know it's all about what can I do, what can you do. Mitchell Robinson ain't got to score a damn point, but that mother will get you 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 offense rebounds. Like Nick Yak said, them 5 offense rebounds might be 5 more chances to score. That's important, ladies. We missing that. Think about we missing that. The one thing we missing right now, we don't even have to talk about the Knicks offense. Can nobody right now even have a conversation about the Knicks offense? It ain't even that. It ain't don't even make no sense. They got their offense is lit, but what they struggling at is defense, rebound.
Facts.
That's the only thing the Knicks is struggling with this year. You can't say nothing else about what the Knicks doing this year, especially from an offense standpoint, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick, I think that right there, here you go, right here, Shot Powers, real quick, and I'll tell y'all what I mean. The New York Knicks right now, if you look at our numbers from an offense standpoint, free throw percentage, they right there around 3rd in the league, and field goal percentage, they did 49, but they 3rd in the league behind Cleveland and Denver, 49.6. And all 30 teams in the NBA, they 3rd, so they get buckets. You know what I mean, Shot Powers? They get buckets. But then they not in the top echelon of rebounding. You know what I mean? They not in the top echelon of steals. But I do think having a guy like him come back makes that possible because now he gonna now Anunoby and them gonna cheat a little bit now, Shot Powers. You know what I mean? Now they can play a different type of defense because now they can mess with the pass lane a little more, knowing that they got somebody like Mitchell Robinson back there. They can take a little more gambles, knowing that you got Mitchell Robinson back there to kind of to keep this thing intact anyway. So he will be used for the Knicks in a lot of areas, but our offense is not the problem in New York, ladies and gentlemen. These cats is putting up some crazy numbers on the offense side of the ball. And even though we kind of slacked off and we scoring 119 a game, I mean, that's crazy. You're shooting down to 40% from downtown the whole year, except for the little slump we've been in. So where the 15 losses come from? When we don't get out there and play defense, right? We didn't play defense last night. What we gave 124? We played defense the other night against Giannis, and how much we gave up? 106.
Yeah, 106.
There you go. And I say all to say is like he makes a difference. You're not gonna get guys running down the lane like that with Mitchell Robinson down there. So it's important to have guys like that, man. And that's why Nick Atkinson got Cleveland playing. You're not running down the lane on Cleveland with Jared Allen and Mobley down there. It's not happening. And we missing that right now because that's not Cat's game. You know, at least at a above average level, at an elite level. Not saying he won't do it, but it's not a Shot Power. That's not the way he get down. So I think that's why it's important to have a guy like Mitchell Robinson back. And I hate to keep harping on it, but he will pay major dividends for the New York Knicks because
I have no doubt about that, man. I'm waiting to see what they're gonna do because I don't think they get Nick Richards if Mitchell Robinson is still here. I mean, and I want Mitch to come back because I seen the pictures. I got him on Instagram. I follow him. He's selling like 14 monster trucks. He got like 14, 15 monster trucks. I mean, so I follow him. I seen some of the pictures. He looking lean and slim. And I mean, he looking like he about 230. I mean, he looking lean and slim like a string bean. So if he can come back
like 190 in the picture I saw.
Yeah, I'm telling you what I'm saying. So he looking real good. And if he can get out there and do it and use those shoulders like he usually do and box people out, everybody gonna be able to grab rebounds. One of the biggest things I said about Mitchell Robinson, the reason why Julius Randle captured so many rebounds a game is because of Mitch. He used to box out like 2 players. He'll box out like 2 players, just spread his wings and take 1 step over, and those 2 guys that's behind him ain't getting by him. Here come Randall coming up, snatch the rebound, defensive rebound. Oh, got that. So I think you know, it will be if with Mitch back in the lineup, it'll benefit the guys, OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, because now they go back to their real position. And like you said, Divine, like you said, you talking about cheating. OG be cheating, but you think he wouldn't cheat even more so with Mitchell Robinson, knowing that, oh yeah, I ain't even worried about that, because he's gonna follow. One thing about Mikal and these 2 guys, they follow you in. How Cat gets picked off so much is when he comes to step up, he drops all the way back, and then he has to step up. When he steps up, the pass goes behind him. You ain't got to worry about that with Mitch. Mitch can lay back and still jump and block his shot. You ain't going to try to – ain't too many people that you see. I haven't seen – maybe Giannis, I think, dunked on Mitch once. but you don't really see nobody that's going in there dunking the ball on Mitch. Mitch gets beat back door, but he has 2 wing guys that'll help him. I can't wait for him to come back. You know what I mean? And I don't think they're moving off of Mitch. I think Precious might be a trade piece. I'm almost sure that Sims is a trade piece. You know, maybe to get something back. If they get their little bit of money back from Sims, maybe they might bring somebody up like a Kiki from the G League. You know what I mean? To have a big body on the bench to help out in that second unit. Maybe. I don't know what the Knicks are going to do right now. You know what I mean, all I'm sure of is what I want is that Mitch be back before the end of this month, before February gets here. Because if you talk about Mitch is not going to be back 27, 28, 29, 30th of this month or something like that, then he might as well stay out until after the All-Star break.
I think you have to make the trade for him without Mitch being involved. So when Mitch does come back, no matter what happens, if Mitch shines, you still have Richards. If he doesn't shine and something goes wrong, you have Richards. And that would be more impressive to me than having all the guards that we have. We have a lot of guards. We need to get bigger. We need to get way better in the rebounding department. So I don't want to lose Mitch, but you're going to lose Sims, and I really think you're going to lose Precious due to the contract and him not going to be here next year. And if you can do that, and you could somehow match up with Charlotte, then you're talking about 2 guys that could do that.
And you got to remember, if the Knicks was super high in pressure, they wouldn't have waited to the last minute to sign him, ladies and gentlemen. It's about the name on the front of the jersey. If you can get a player better than Precious Achiuwa, you go ahead and get it. Mm-hmm. This is the bottom line. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna bring Corey Lee in a minute. But here's one thing I want to say also, God, that's very important about the Mitchell Robinson thing. Mitchell Robinson made the other team shoot middies. Think about that. Kay Cunningham, a lot of shots would have been middies last night. They would have been middies last night. That's how important Mitchell Robinson is. He will make you shoot jump shots, ladies and gentlemen. That's the whole point of having a guy, interior enforcer, who can shot block. Because if you ain't going in there knowing that this man gonna block your shot, so what you gonna do? He gonna shoot from the outside.
Yep.
So now he done took the pressure off. He done made you start shooting jump shots, and now you got my man Mikal Bridges and Anunoby right there in that midi area. Now they don't got to go out there and go crazy because Mitchell Robinson stopped lane. Now they can really get down. That's why that man got to come back. Corey Lee was good. My brother 7-1 Natives in the building was good, my man.
My guys. What's good, fellas?
What's good, my man?
Shout out to the chat. You know what I'm saying? All my peoples out there. Woo, boy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had to reel it back. Man. I was about to lose my mind and jump out the window. Like, but then I had to rethink what I said. This is gonna be a tough month, and we have to play better together. Until we get the help that we're expecting or hoping for, we need to be galvanized. I need my captain to do more, and what I mean by that, and I've been screaming that for the last 4 or 5 games, well, really the majority of the season, to some degree, in a lot of different areas. I think he needs to be the one to try to galvanize them. I think he, like they said, I think y'all said it, or I forgot who said it. We need to have a team, the players only meeting, air out whatever it is. Not to say there's probably ain't nothing major, you know what I'm saying? And then we come together. You know, if we're gonna try to get this goal, because this period right now, as far as the talent, the offensive talent, and as well as say Mitchell Robinson, a key defensive contributor, we and maybe a couple other fringe players, we can be NBA finalists. We just have to do that. And also, too, Knicks fans, we want to find a way to be patient to some degree. You know, we can't take every win and loss like it's the end of the world. You know, and we cannot ostracize people. the coach, the president, the stinking, starting point guard, the other 6'5" small forward. We can't do that. We just have to. There's one thing about being critical. There's another thing about just jumping off the deep end. And with that said, I'm gonna regress, fellas.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. That's real
Makes a lot
talk,
of sense.
man. Yeah. For me, man, it's a long 82 game season. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, 26 or 15, I take it all day, and we know we gonna be better than that. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say this here, but Knicks will have a better second half than the first half. I can bet you that much. I'm willing, and I'm not even like gambling. I'm like that. Now I put some money on that. Because either way it go, they're gonna find whether it's by trade or body coming back, they bring us something in New York that's gonna make this team better. It's plain and simple. Mitchell Robinson makes this team better if he come back, he healthy. If Mitchell Robinson comes on the floor for the New York Knicks, they would be a better basketball team. Period. Because of what he do. Why we not with Boston? Like I said earlier, because of what he do, we don't have. Haka Purdy can't do it. Jericho Sims can't do it. Shit, Cat can't even do it. What Mitchell Robinson can do. And that's why we are where we are right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we 23rd in rebounding. That's why we down there. We the worst shot blocking team in the paint this year. That's why we there, because he ain't there. And Chua wasn't there neither. That's what the man do. That's why Tom Thibodeau will not trade Mitchell Robinson unless he's bringing in a player better than Mitchell Robinson, or the circumstance you bringing in that will be better than Mitchell Robinson is too valuable for the Knicks. So I see the Knicks in the second half of the season playing much better basketball. Because number one, I think they got a continuity, ladies and gentlemen. They done played together for a first half of the season. They know each other's tendencies now, so they know that. They done hit a valley in the season. Everybody hit a valley. I'm glad the Knicks hit their valley now. They're hitting it at the end of the season because, mark my word, a lot of them teams up there will hit a valley, ladies and gentlemen. This basketball, this 82 games, it's a long season. You're going to get tired legs sooner or later. You're going to get shot, not going to fall sooner or later. And if you don't got a coach who can help you retool your energy, you would do that. But see, I know what the Knicks is capable of. With this offense that we got, scoring 119 a game, third best offense in the association. The New York Knicks don't even have an offense problem. I don't think nobody should even remotely even think about saying the Knicks got an offense problem. They don't.
No.
They might have an off night with one or two guys here and there. New York is about one of the only two teams in the NBA on any given night. They got two or three dudes going to give you 20. Damn, any given night. Them dudes put up some crazy numbers last night, ladies and gentlemen. Our offense is scoring. Our starting five is scoring 100 points a game. Jalen Brunson 44 the other night. I might got the wrong one. Cat, no, that's the one from the other night. Sorry, but my man had 22 points the other night. Who's that? Mikal Bridges 27 last night. Jalen Brunson had 31. Cat had 27. And any given night, them cats can switch that around. So the Knicks' only problem right now to get the Knicks to the championship, their defense got to get better. Once their defense get better, it's Knicks against everybody.
That's the Knicks against everybody anyway.
Yeah, right. Because their numbers tell you that, man. I like what I see this year so far, Shot Powers and everybody. We just got to hope that tomorrow we go down to Philly. Go out there and beat these guys, man. They might not have Joel Embiid, so that's one less thing we got to worry about. We'd rather playing with them there, but if he ain't there, that's on them. That's their problem, not ours, because we lose guys every now and then too. But the Deans will go out there tomorrow, man, and get a win, get another win, get back on the winning note. One game at a time, Shot Powers and everybody. It's one game at a time. We got to go out there down to Philly tomorrow, put another crack in the Liberty Bell, and let's get it popping. That's what it's all about. This is the second half of the season. Now everybody jockeying for position. Let's get it. This is the fun part. This is the fun part of basketball right here, ladies and gentlemen. Second half of the season, because that's when everybody start going super hard. You know what I mean? Because everybody you're going to find the ones who are going to be in the playoffs. You're going to find the ones who ain't trying to go to the playoffs. There's going to be certain teams who want to tank. There's going to be certain teams that I got to make a run. So it's going to be some wheeling and dealing going on this trading deadline. A lot of teams chasing Boston. A lot of teams right now chasing Cleveland. I said Boston because they were defending champions. Everybody trying to get to where they got to last year. So you got teams chasing these dudes, man. Now we chasing them. Cleveland chasing them. Orlando chasing them. Everybody chasing them. You know what I mean? And on the other side of the ball, everybody chasing Oklahoma City Thunder. and Dallas. We can't even count Dallas like they was in the finals down there last year. So it'll be a fun NBA season, man. But we just got to get it going, sharp out, and hope our guys stay healthy, and hope Mitch come back and give us a little bit of reinforcement just to help us out. And I think we'd be okay.
I mean, that's the bottom line right there, man. It's all been a waiting game all year. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. So, you know what I mean? It's a waiting game. You know what I mean? And like I said, I think that tomorrow's game is going to be another big game. We'll talk about it tomorrow, but it's all about a waiting game, man. We got to see what they're going to do. And Leon Rose, I trust, you know what I mean? And if he's going to make a move and if he thinks it's going to be better for the team and Tom Thibodeau signs off on that agreement, what else can I say? But let's go. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's right here, not right here. You know what I mean? So I'm down with whatever they do and however they do. And I'm still, for this month, is my main focus is on the second unit.
Here, this is a stat. I got. Thank you, Nick Yak. I got to put up there now. Y'all see what I'm talking about. In the pick and roll, Mitch is number one in pick and roll defender, number one in box cuts, number one in offense boards. What's the problem? Thank you, Nick Yak. Appreciate you, my bro. Where's Bond? Y'all know what y'all missing. Y'all crazy. Says Mitchell Robinson is a game changer for me. I hope this brother can be able to come back and do what he do. If Mitchell Robinson come back to the New York Knicks and he could play basketball. I don't know if you've been watching Knicks the last 6 years since he's been here. Then I've been watching him. I'm an 82 gamer. I critique it all. That brother caused disruption in that place. So let's get it. Jay Chosen, holla at your boy, man.
Hey, listen, man. I'm excited about a few things in basketball. I'm always excited about my squad. I love off season because I like to see what people do, who we might get, what we might do, how people look. And I like this part of the season right before the trade deadline because, you know, there's going to be a lot of wheeling and dealing, a lot of things that you might not have thought in your head and say, holy shit, look what the hell just happened. Look what they just did. But you know what I'm telling you right now, I do believe that we're going to be a better team. The second part, because if we were this good with no defensive center, with no backup power forward for half the time, with a hurt Deuce some of the time, and we still ended up with the record that we have, we can only be better. We can only be better. How about that? That's to me is more factual, right? And I love the fact that that people doubt Tibbs so much. You know why? Because yesterday, when Hartenstein gave a little interview, and he was like, you know, there's a lot of things that I miss from New York, but one of the things I miss, besides me and Josh playing with, you know, so many games on each other, is the fact that Tibbs lives and breathes basketball, and that every day he pulls you aside and tells you what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, where you should be, and he's got his mind on the trophy. That is out of Hartenstein's mouth, out of iHeart's mouth. Somebody who's on a whole different team, on a team that is going somewhere, and he just said that's what he said. He could have just said, I miss my friends. But he just broke it down for it. So we know what we got going on here. We got focus. We got to keep doing what we're doing, and we got to keep getting Italian, Shab. We just got to keep getting Italian. We got to gel it up, and it's time for us to make sure that we just go further than we did last year.
What I can truly say, I'm a path to the Corey Lee. The first half of the season has been fun, though. It's been fun. Other than this losing streak, I had a fun first 41 games of the season. I really enjoyed Knicks basketball this year. Cat was electrifying the guard, and Brunson was doing the thing. We seen this team. We seen what this team capable of, and I was really happy with the Knicks basketball play overall. Because I always make sure I put in the variables there, why this not going this way, why they not doing this, and why this happening, or why they doing this. So under all them circumstances, that's why I'm deciding I'm giddy about it, because I know I can only imagine when all this stuff come together the way it's supposed to. Dangerous team, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake about it. They only got to tighten up a few things. Ain't too much to talk about negative about this Knicks basketball team. Other than right now, we losing games that we probably shouldn't lose, and a lot of that got to do with the defense side of the ball, and we hit a slump the last 10 games, shooting the ball from downtown. But overall, if you look at the numbers through the first 41 games of where we at as a team, you got to feel good about the Knicks and where they're at right now compared to where they were last year, the past year, and where they got a chance to go to. The season is not defined in 41 days; it's defined in 82. Then we'll talk after that once we get in that other 16 field. I don't care what the Knicks go through in the regular season, long as they winning and long as they in that playoff hunt. Because I know this team, when they get to that first round, they're gonna be a tough out against anybody. They just got to get to that first round. So they're gonna lose games here and there. They're gonna win some. They're gonna lose some. They're gonna go through peaks about it. That's fine. It's a new developing team, but you make no mistake about it. The playoffs is a new season. So they had a whole full season under their belt, and then they go into the postseason, which is a new season. And I think they'd be ready. I think Knicks are going there, and I think we should feel good about where we at. About this Knicks team, man. I know it's been peaks and valleys, but it's been 26 peaks and only 15 valleys. And if you was a gambling man, you'd be like, damn, I got 550.
Up 11.
I'm up 11. So if I would have betted the Knicks every day this year, I would have been up 11 times. You ain't losing because they ain't losing. So it's all good, man. Corey Lee, man, what you think? What you want to see moving forward right quick? I know you move forward in the season.
I'm looking forward to watching this team gel much better. I know it's going to happen just off the strength of the philosophy. We get back to our philosophy, playing defense, grabbing rebounds, and getting timely stops when we need them the most.
Mm-hmm.
I see it coming. It's right now, like I said in the super chat, we just treading water right now. Some of these cats are worn out, and deservedly so, because they put in a lot of work. But also, too, cats have been asked to do certain things that they know they can't do, unfortunately, because of the injuries and the fact of what we're lacking on the bench. But once this move or two gets bust, bro, it's gonna be hella pay. You know what I'm saying? And also too, I look forward because like we were supposed to be going on a revenge tour. It's okay. Wait till you see us again. That's all I say. Wait till you see us again. Right now, as long as we got this opportunity, and if my man comes back, I know we're gonna be in the mix for real, for real. I mean, I'm talking about not even. I'm looking beyond the second round, especially if he comes back, and we get some more help off the bench. Somebody who's certified and capable of doing some of everything to help out our bench. But like I said, but that's it.
Yeah. Real talk, man. I agree with you 100%. And then one thing was important for people to understand that I'm talking about, because he's one. I think he's a valuable piece. Sometimes when you miss a piece to a team, it don't got to be a superstar. Even if you missing a player, that player on your team, because it's a team sport, you might miss a guy. Obviously, if you miss you like Orlando Magic, hypothetically, you missed guys like Bon Carroll and you miss Wagner and them. Obviously, that's the heart. That's the, how would I say, the foundation of what you're doing there. So obviously, you're gonna be like them. You know what I mean? But still, you can miss a glue guy that mess your whole season up. Some guys, you miss a important key piece. He ain't got to be a scorer neither. He just got to be important to what your team, the way your team work. If you ain't got one of them bolts on a tire, the motherfucking tire might fall off. That one fucking lug nut might be that one that's holding that damn tire together. You know what I mean? That's Mitchell Robinson, ladies and gentlemen. He might be that bolt that's keeping that damn tire from wobbling out of fucking control on the defense side of the ball. I think when that guy gets back, I'm comfortable that I think the Knicks will be a better team. I just think he's gonna do something that we need. Like I said, Cat game becomes easier when he in there with Cat. Much easier for him. He ain't got to worry about getting in foul trouble. Like I said, trying to block shots where he know that's not really his repertoire. Leave that to my man right there. You go out on the perimeter. Just don't put your hand on nobody. The guy get past you. Just don't put your body on him. Just get him full close to the basket you can. Then Mitchell do the rest. But don't you put your hands on him though. Right.
See, I'm gonna sort of push back off that because as soon as they see him, they know, because the scout report don't lie. They're gonna be like, oops, they're gonna try to dish it off. You know what I'm saying? So I could just, you know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing I want to push back on because I'm trying to tell you, and I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. Mitchell Robinson makes New York a no-fly zone, worse than 9/11.
Fact. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I believe that as well, man. I hope I can't wait till we get back. Next week, you guarantee you hear Mitchell Robinson running next week, ladies and gentlemen. I guarantee you that it's January the 14th. Next week he be running. The week after that, he be getting ready into that court by February 1st. So let's get it. Keep on
scrimmaging and everything. He's gonna be back soon. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to sit back and reel myself back in. Because even though some of these losses were horrendous and some of them were embarrassing, you know, it's just like yourself. You know, when you out there in life, you know, your wife represents you, your children represent you, and you just don't want to, how would you say, you don't want to be embarrassed, nor, you know what I'm saying, somebody be made of a fool. You know, so I see it coming, man. I can see it coming. You just got to relax, breathe, and be ready. Because once we get rolling, this is gonna be a new high that a lot of us haven't seen in all of our lives.
Yep, real talk. Hey,
piggyback on that real quick, Divine, if you don't mind. Nobody was more excited in that 9-game winning streak than the New York Knicks. All right, we all as fans were super hyped, but they were gelling so well and playing with each other, and they knew exactly. It was like a team that had been there together. If you watch those games, and then before that, you watch that Denver game, you're watching a team that is starting to enjoy each other. And that was what they had last year, and that's what made them so great last year, and that's what's starting to make them great towards, you know, that part of the beginning of this first half. And I promise you, that is what's going to push us all the way. I'm not going to say it. I don't like to touch the trophy, but that's going to push us deeper than we could ever think. So I'm not with any negativity on no front. I think that we're going to be better than we were the first half. And we had, remember, we say we went down on this little slump. 9-game winning streak, 3-game loss. To me, that don't even weigh out. We are the Knicks. We're looking good. We got 2 superstars. Don't forget to vote for them. Don't forget to vote. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate everything. The most for me, too, I really thank you always for having me on the show. And that is part of my appreciation of the season also so far is you and Sha and what you do here. That's big for me.
Thank you, Jay. We appreciate you, my brother. Real talk. You already know that, my man. We appreciate that. And one thing for me, you know who more giddier than the Mitch coming back than me? Tom Thibodeau. Let me tell you, I thought you think I'm giddy. I know Tom Thibodeau, like, man, that damn foot ain't healed yet. I know I gotta wait, but that's it. Man, that changed that man whole game plan. Like, I know we giddy. I know he giddy. I know that man can't wait till that man get in the building. So, you know, I'm excited for the next thing before. Listen, man, we're gonna get out in a few minutes, man. Real talk, man. But the season 40, we halfway through this thing, man. Season is coming and going, ladies and gentlemen. Before you know it, we be, you know, jockeying for position, man, trying to see where we're gonna end up in this playoff race, man. It's gonna be a side of 41 games. But ladies and gentlemen, it starts tomorrow in Philly. We got to go out there and try to get it popping, man, and beat these guys and get another win under the belt. I'd love to see us win, get into a nice little mini winning streak again. It's gonna be tough with the competition we playing, but I think if this team play ball the right way, they could beat everybody. You know what I mean? But they could beat anybody. They won't beat everybody. They could beat anybody. So I'm hoping it starts off tomorrow. Shot Powell, we go in there tomorrow. We talk about it on the pregame show tomorrow. And all y'all guys in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, y'all got it going on up in there, man. Y'all doing what y'all do. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the second half of the season. Let's get it, man. Let's go ahead and root these boys on, man, and represent the city, man. This New York Knicks, man. You know, we got to represent for our team. That's just bottom line. That's how I go down. You know what I mean? It's Knicks like Shaw saying New York or nowhere, it's Knicks or no Knicks or nowhere, man. What? Come on, y'all. Let's get this thing, man. Hope they stay healthy. Hope they stay healthy. Hope they get the either make a trade or don't make a trade. But the most important thing is just stay healthy and get ready to go in here and battle these next 41 games. I got the Knicks winning 55 games. I'm sticking to that. I think I get it pretty soon. They hit the stride, and they go on a little mini run because they went on a mini loss. They're gonna go on a mini run. They get them games back. Ain't no big deal. Shop, give me your last words, man, before we get out of here, my brother.
Salute to you, Jay. Salute to you, Corey Lee. Salute to the family in the chat. Divine, I'll talk with you later on, and we'll be on tomorrow. Salute to everybody that came out and stayed out with us on our mini marathon of 2 hours. Salute. Let's get it.
Get it. Jay Chosen, holla at your boy.
Listen, man, appreciate you guys. To the fullest, brother. You know how it is, brothers. I always like to chop it up with you, whether on here or we are, hitting each other up. And, the great thing about the Knicks, man, it's a unifying thing, man. It's a family. It's a family affair, right? We get to know people, get to enjoy it. And I'm excited, man. If you can't, you got to listen, like I said, if you can't get excited about a team that had one of the best offenses you've ever seen as a Knicks, then, there's a pill for that. So, God bless you. And I want everybody to feel blessed, everybody's family do well. God bless everybody and their families, their children, and so on and so forth. Let's go, Knicks. Let's go, Knicks, real talk.
Appreciate you, my man. Corey Lee, holla at your boy, my man.
First of all, I want to start off with this. I appreciate, you, Divine, Shy, Jay, all the content creators, as well as myself, for allowing me to have a platform to come up here and just get my frustrations off about one of my favorite teams in all my life. That's one. I'm grateful, and I appreciate it. Now, with that said, the season is going. We have not hit full tilt yet, and as soon as we get that boost from the butcher, well, it sticks for everybody, bro. It sticks for everybody. If you don't like steaks, we'll cook you some lamb chops. It don't matter. We taking heads off, taking names, and whooping ass, and letting everybody know we sent it a message. New York City will be back in the fold. Come. And with that said, thank y'all. And shout out my man Wise. You know what I'm saying? For being my soundboard where I can bounce things off of. So I can, come out here and give out decent takes.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. First of all, we appreciate you not only your intellect as being a brother, man, and being a wise one, man, all that. We just appreciate you for who you are, brother. Real talk, man. And so to my man Bully, the other half of the 718, man. Y'all already know how we get down, man. For real. But yeah, man, it's a pleasure to share this thing with you guys, man. I mean, it's like I said, all we do is talk Knicks basketball, man. This ain't about one person better than the other, one person know more than the other. Ain't got nothing to do with all that. We just talking Knicks basketball, and what we try to do here is just talk about what the Knicks doing. I'm not caught up in all the other stuff, but we talk about the game, we talk about this, we talk about that. But first and foremost, man, we don't make the decision New York Knicks do. We just using our thoughts. We don't make the decision on who getting traded. We don't make the decision on do this. We don't make none of that. We just have we just talk what we see and what we think is going on. So we never want to make sure that we lose love for people because of the Knicks. James Dolan don't even pay me like that, so he don't pay me at all. So I damn sure ain't get my panties in a bunch for somebody who ain't pay me like that. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, I do it because of love, because I'm a fan. I'm not a fanatic. I'm a fan. It's all right to be a fanatic too, but I'm saying, to me personally, I'm just a fan, man. I love talking Knicks basketball. I love watching Knicks basketball. I watch them in their toughest time, the worst time you can imagine. I watch Knicks basketball games when they was at their worst. I'm a Knicks fan, dude. Since I was 8 years old, I watched Knicks basketball. Knicks basketball is like me putting on a jacket or a pair of sneakers. It's a way of life, but it's a way of life that I don't let get the best of me. Just a way of life. I love to do it. It makes it's good therapy, and a lot of my all time is watching Knicks basketball. And I enjoy it very much, man. And I'm happy about this team we got this year. Let's hope they get better, everybody, and they get it popping. Until then, We gonna exit the building. We got it popping tomorrow. Y'all make sure y'all chop into the pregame show tomorrow. Knicks down in Philly, man, at the World Fargo Center. I hope they can go down there and snap this one game, lose the streak from last night. Tough game last night. Shaw Power, man. They should have won that one. I know if you could have, should have, if for the split, we all be messed up. But they had they gave that game away last night, man. Just from a defense standpoint, they didn't go hard like they needed to. 124 is unacceptable. I don't care who you are. But we get it popping, man. I think we bounce back, man, and we get it popping. Until then. Devon, Shaw Powers, Jay Choldon, Corey Lee, the chat, everybody. Thank y'all for coming in. And before y'all leave, y'all already know the deal, my man. Just do that thing for us and hit that button.
Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Knicks Real Talk. Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Knicks Real Talk.
Hit that for your boys, man. Don't hit that button. It don't cost you nothing. We good, man. We see you tomorrow. Peace to everybody in the chat. Enjoy it. We out of here, man. Peace.
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 We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat because we touching on facts. And plus we up in these hats. It's Knicks Real Talk and we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Nick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars and b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars we see all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knocking down shots. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The cat lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our temples like soldiers and train the planes, the Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQE and we maneuvering swift. This ain't Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride.